Oh, Panda's back. Okay, hold on. All right, you guys ready for Voice Live? Preparado? Okay. Well, just so you know, Denotso is hungry, so everybody be careful. All right,
I can go
Voice Live now. Don't mess it up.
Oh no,
Hi, hungry. I'm Panda.
I've already messed it up.
Denotso, am I speaking from experience? No. And also, if I was, I'm definitely not gonna put it out there in 4K surround sound and shit. I mean, this wouldn't be the place for it.
Anyway, are we voice live?
Yes.
Like when
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
are. 'Cause
that
I
just
could
hurt
hear
me, so-
talk.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you, Panda, when you said it originally, so okay. Nobody watches this. How rude.
I mean, you ain't wrong. The only person in
Fluffy
here is
watched
Denotso.
all the way from the beginning to where we are. So
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Denotso's just mostly dissing himself. If nobody watches this and they're watching it.
and he's a nobody?
Ah!
I mean,
Don't
I
worry,
wasn't
get
gonna
all
say the
Kingdom
quiet
Hearts.
part out loud. I'm just saying.
He's a hungry nobody.
The VOD was not posted at 2 a.m. Denotso. Just my post announcing the VOD was posted at 2 a.m. Okay?
Yeah.
And it was only 2 a.m. in fake time. It was 1 a.m. in real time.
Yeah. It was also pick a different time, and it was that time in a different place. You know how they say it's 5 o'clock somewhere? Whatever time you wanted the VOD to be posted, it was posted at that time somewhere.
That's true. So, I was on time.
Because time is a
posting
construct.
the announcement in a lot of places, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Places where we might have one viewer eventually if we stay consistent and none of us die. Except,
Yeah.
if one of us dies on stream, I bet you that boosts views.
That would
bet
be
you.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty funny.
My more Pecco volunteers as tribute.
I would volunteer just because, you don't really put that out there unless you're willing to do it yourself. But I don't feel like we'd have much sustainability if I died
Killing
because
an
I'm the one
NPC.
DMing,
Yeah, and you're the one streaming it.
Yeah. So it'd be a little tough. So
Yep.
we need to.
Oh, you mean
recruit a
real
redshirt.
life death?
Yeah. What'd you think I meant?
He wasn't
I
talking
thought
about the
NPC
PCs.
I mean, I thought PC's death.
Oh,
Not-
no, that's not gonna boost views. Nobody
Yeah,
nobody
nobody
gives a
nobody
shit
cares
about
PCs
about the
die.
PCs except us to care. I mean, I guess I could jump on. I could just put a YouTube video out that we had to all do the YouTuber thumbnails with the gasping surprise faces and be like,
Oh,
I
no, thank you.
TPK'd live on stream or something, and then
No,
we
thank
might get 2 extra views.
Yeah, that one might get a little bit more.
But if we did that and it was one of my players died in real life on stream, think of the publicity.
You gonna eat that saying? Anyways.
Oh no, for
Awful.
the death. No.
We get so many views right before YouTube takes the video down for TOS.
Yeah.
I think we actually got shadow banned briefly.
Really?
Yeah, just because I would
The
search.
shadow ban.
I was trying to bring the channel up, but I didn't feel like looking through all my subscriptions. And when I searched for it, it just didn't come up. So I had to go directly to it. But now it does. So I don't know.
Me either.
Nobody reads the TOS.
We do.
But they don't.
Yeah, I know YouTube doesn't either, but there's just some stuff I think they'll just crack down on regardless.
No,
They don't even
we're on
know
the.
They don't even know what is it. Never mind.
If you search up Unnatural 1S, you get Unnatural number 1, the comic. But we are the first YouTube link.
We are.
There's a bunch of comics basically because there's a comic called Unnatural.
Mhm. Which is nice. We used to just not appear in if you Google
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that is true.
You know what's funny though? If I guess I'll put my plug here. I'll be live on Lost Initiative tomorrow because I played the
Hey, there
game
we go.
over there, which is dope. So if you go into ChatGPT and tell it to like search online for Lost Initiative shit or for like Daleric, it actually knows who he is. It can like figure it out. It knows not a goddamn thing about any of us. Like, it could barely properly say what our channel was. And I was like, good, still off the grid.
Still off the grid.
Yeah, we're still cool and hip and indie, you know?
Oh yeah, indie.
Better follow us and join our Patreon for the low price of $1 so you can say you did it before it was cool.
Oh yeah, because if we blow up, we're gonna act like we don't know a goddamn person. It'd be like $40 Patreon. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
What do you get? You get your name in the credits. All right.
Yeah.
We'll be the money. We'll be the natural ones at that point.
The natural one.
Wow, y'all sold out. Yeah.
Exactly. Shamelessly. Are you kidding?
They offered us
In this economy.
money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they offered us.
Oh, speaking of money in this economy, did y'all see that the headline was 100,000 eggs were stolen from a Pennsylvania egg supplier.
Oh,
I was like, that's a lot of eggs. And then in my head, I was like,
eggs.
that's like a semi truck with eggs.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, dude.
Still a lot
somebody
of eggs.
stole a semi truck full of eggs. Is what happened.
That's so
They
many eggs.
did indeed.
And
They
everybody's like,
stole eggs with intent to sell. That's crazy.
Yeah, like how are, like how are they gonna offload these eggs? You know, like
I like to think
to sell.
I like to think they had like a choice where they were like, look, we could go ahead and sell all this cocaine, or
The eggs
There's
will be
an
way
egg truck
easier
I
to
know we
move,
can knock
dog.
over
The eggs
pretty
will
quick.
be way easier to move.
right?
The only-
picked eggs.
the only two
Yeah.
things I can think of is it's another supplier that's like, we can steal these eggs and make a load of money, passing them off as ours, something like that, or it's like the people that make dehydrated eggs are like, yeah, we got this. We're gonna what is it called? Like laundry and money,
They
or
laundered their eggs.
yeah, launder the eggs. They turn their eggs into other stuff. You know.
That's funny. Now, granted, we are also we're extrapolating based on a headline, so maybe it would
Yeah.
happen, just so that we're not
Yeah.
spreading misinformation. But just because we can spread misinformation, did you guys hear about that new Pokemon game coming out?
Oh
It's coming out fucking tomorrow, dude. I'm super hyped.
It's,
As someone who's literally holding Pokemon cards in his hand right now, I can safely say that I would have heard of it.
And you did just now for me.
Yeah, I heard it's a Souls-like.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
dude.
I would play that. I shit you
I
not,
wasn't even
would
hyped
play-
until I heard that.
I would 100% play that.
I mean, I would
Oh.
play that and be miserable every single time.
They got
Oh,
Hideo
I would-
That I
Kojima,
boot
Hideo
up.
Kojima to,
I would be having fun.
as a advisor on it.
Should we
my
actually
God,
start
Kojima.
playing?
Oh yeah, we do. Need that today.
Maybe.
All right, hold
Maybe.
on. All right, everyone, prepare yourselves. We're going face live.
Oh my gosh. We
Apparently,
haven't done
Keanu
this
Reeves
whole
is
time.
voicing the main character.
Yeah, it's not
Again?
Pikachu.
No,
The
it's not
answer
Pikachu.
May surprise you. Anyway,
It's Eevee.
we are face live now. Why am I so far to the right? What the fuck happened?
Mudkip.
Dude, hold on. Where's my water bottle? I have a Mudkip sticker on my water bottle, so justice for Mudkip. It's one of the best starters.
I saw a ad that they keep showing me because I watched it all the way through on TikTok for TikTok Shop. It's a hat that says Carp Pro Shops, like the Bass
Oh,
Pro
it's
Shop,
got a
but it has a
Magikarp
Magikarp
on
on it.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm like, I kind of want that hat, but I wanted to not get it off a TikTok Shop, and I can't find it anywhere.
Aw.
I was like, man,
You
because I know
would
it's gonna
not
get sent
know.
to me, and it's gonna be in like China sizes.
So it says I want a one.
So there's-
Arceus with a sword.
There's
yeah,
zero,
actually.
yeah, there's 0% chance it fits my head.
That
I
actually
wanna
does
use-
fit as a Souls boss.
Oh yeah, Arceus
Yeah,
would be a soul boss, but I want to use an Aegislash as my sword specifically, which is the sword-shaped Pokemon. So yeah,
I would've even made
Why
that
did you bring up
object.
Pokemon? You know our ADD minds would be like,
Uh,
oh yeah, no,
bro,
I could definitely stick with
I'll
that.
talk about Pokemon all day.
Speaking of Arceus, though, they had I think it's like the Cell tournament or something like that. It's an animated series or animated a little short series.
With Cell and Kermit.
It's Cell and Kermit, yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll have like Yuki come in and like try to duel and stuff like that, where he's having other people come in to fight. And one of them was it was a Pokemon trainer came in, and he's like, "Oh no, shit! I'm thinking of the wrong thing. It's very similar. It's Homelander. It's Homelander coming into other universes to fight the strongest people, or trying to recruit the strongest people." So he goes up to the Pokemon trainer. He's like, "Hey, I hear you're the strongest, whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, let's fight." And he's like, "Okay, sure. Arceus, go." "What is that?" He's like, "Oh, it's the god of time." Or god of time, the space and time, or whatever.
Fun fact: Dialga is the god of time, sir, and Palkia is the god of space. Arceus is just god.
Yeah. But he sends out whoever. He's like, "What? I'm gonna go back home now." And it's like, yeah, Homelander, you bit too much off.
Also, I posted the link that I asked about last week to be reminded to post. It's
in YouTube.
Yeah.
No, he posted the link in Discord.
It's a YouTube video.
Yes,
it's that Darth Vader scene set to whom the bell tolls. Definitely check that out after the session. Not right now. We're about to start. We're actually going to do it. Hold on.
How'd you know I clicked on it?
Well, because we know you, Panda.
All right, so we are here now. Last session, you guys managed to kill that ooze, which was pretty crazy, and unfortunately, no one turned to stone.
Yes,
but
unfortunately,
we move on. We keep going. We will strive and be stronger for it. Like, quit knocking shit over.
Snail pulls up.
But quit knocking things over. The point was to knock things over.
Trying to move it out of the way, and I fucking knocked it over. Anyway.
Tanatsu said, "No more Pokemon discussion."
Well, hey, Donato, hold on. There's a place in our Discord for the Pokemon channel, and if you want to talk about Pokemon, you just type in there. And anybody else who's not part of the Discord, you can just command Discord link, and it'll give you the Discord. So anyways.
And if you're on YouTube, it's also easy to find.
Yeah, it's just right there in the description.
Links and other stuff,
Yeah. We need a link tree. Speaking of that.
Yeah.
I should
we have those.
I should do that.
Not that kind of link tree.
No.
But the tree
that would be
of
like
time.
the Deku tree, yeah.
But no, you guys killed the news, and nobody got turned to stone for some reason. I guess because you're making saves.
Real different.
We're big damn heroes, that's why.
Sure. So the beds and stuff in that room are part of the map. I cannot remove them. Just pretend they're all gone because they got dissolved. So there you go. No more beds in that room. No more blankets. It's all gone.
All the doors currently shut, so we can't see. So.
In this one over here. So
I guess the stream can see.
Focus it onto the boat.
Yeah, we're currently looking at this.
I was working on that. Open door. Now, chat can see kind of. See, there's like beds. Yeah, there's beds. Those aren't there anymore. So everybody say bye, beds.
Bye, beds.
Bye, beds.
Panda.
Bye, beds. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to spell anchor.
You're trying to what now?
Remember how to spell anchor.
A-N-C-H-O-R?
Yeah. I figured it out once. I was like, I put A-N-C-O-R. I was like, that's not right. Probably have only typed that 5 times in my life. So
what, anchor?
Yeah.
There's that. You guys did waste a lot of high quality whiskey.
Yes.
Oh yeah, didn't Sam put his face under it for a second? Yeah, give me a fortitude save. What was I thinking?
Oh my gosh.
Which also, by the way,
only man who could potentially get us out of here.
it was very smart to wait until the flames were out to open that, because it definitely would have fucking exploded just off the fumes if there were still open flames all around. Oh, 23, very good. Okay, yeah, you feel it, but you're okay. Anyway.
Look, man, I think I've built up an alcohol tolerance thanks to whatever the gambit or whatever it is, where I tried everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, but have you built up a flammability tolerance? Because I was thinking about using pyrotechnics, and there was a bunch of like.
I mean, I got caught on fire a couple
That
times.
was after. Yeah, I know. I was also gonna say you probably do have a flammability tolerance, but also I used pyrotechnics before you got drenched in booze.
Sounds like a cheat Isekai skill. Like, oh yeah, the more damage I take from a certain thing, the more resistance I get. That's cheating.
Yeah, that does in fact sound exactly like a thing you would find in Isekai.
I'm microdosing arrows. Stab myself with toothpicks, and eventually I'll be able to go up to crossbow bolts.
So
Like,
far, hasn't worked.
No.
A bunch of interesting.
Surprise.
People think he has freckles. Nope. But cool. So you guys did that. You salvaged half of that barrel, so you still have half a barrel of very high quality aged whiskey. And I don't think none of you, as far as you know, contracted slimy doom. So I don't really have anything interesting to say, which means you guys have to say the interesting stuff in character.
Oh dear.
Lamia went up top and had said, hey, we did it, everybody. Good job. And basically went to go collapse somewhere.
Sam is coughing because he just drank a mouthful of whiskey. Just-
Yeah, just a
Right from the
monumentally
barrel.
large amount of
Yeah.
whiskey.
Oh, it's good. Okay.
hey,
Billy!
Glad to
All
hear
right.
it.
Well. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know that my chat did stop scrolling for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so everybody's filled in on the fact you killed the thing. You tell them anything else? Are you asking them to come down and do anything, or just?
Lamia would specifically say, hey, there's this one room. I'm pretty sure I told them to mark an X on it. Do not go into that room.
Okay.
Because fuck that room. Rahala, it's the room you told us about with the statue.
Sam will do it. The X is very shaky.
Are you drunk already?
It's nice to see you.
Okay, you should go sit down. Come on, over here before you fall or something.
Nah. We got exploring to do. We gotta look in the. We gotta find. We gotta look in the. We gotta find the bottles.
Remember, I can't tell if he's RPing or if I just can't remember what he's trying to say.
That's it. I've been role playing the whole time. It started in 2004. I moved to the city and I started then.
Fucking went full Porky Pig over there for a second.
Yeah. No, that was in character.
Okay.
I broke my own brain with that one. Sorry.
She just tried to move you over to this bed over here in the corner to have just like sit you down for a second.
Yeah, it'll probably work because I'm like, yeah, we gotta go down the hole and find the disease.
2004 would be thousands of years ahead.
Disease cure things. I forgot what they were actually
yeah, they were
called in
supposed to
character.
be potions of cure disease or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Remove disease.
Yeah.
Remove disease, of course. Exactly.
We
The
need to.
wording's so important.
We need to find that. I called dibs on that safe. We gotta figure
Yes,
out how to
and-
unlock it. I'm
and
willing
we
to
here
share
at,
dibs.
Aldwin's Logistics and Retrievals respect the sacred right of dibs.
Oh man. Yeah, I saw there was staircases in that room with the safe, right?
Yes.
They just weren't in there in that section.
Or not in that specific area. I'll just.
Well, I mean,
They're over here.
I'm just going to state.
Way over there.
I'll look on the screen.
Oh wait. Roy needs a light source. There he goes.
Yeah, I'll state that there's another staircase going down that I found, or area to go down.
Oh, Cat
Oh,
can't see Roy. They can only see you guys. That's fine. It's on that. It's like the back end of the ship or whatever.
the butt. The butt of the ship.
Yeah, it's right next to that room with the safe in it.
Mhm.
Are you guys gonna wait to go explore that, or
uh,
are you just gonna like take a quick break and then go down anyway?
let's take a little breather and then we can go look at that. I need. Sam's like fumbling through his bag looking for his water skin.
Hattie will just hand you hers.
Indirect key. And I just straight.
Oh my God.
That's not in character. Sam wouldn't know that.
What is going on with my camera?
Yes.
Your camera looks normal to me.
No, I'm behind. Like,
Oh yeah, it
me
is.
moving, I'm way
It is
behind.
tearing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Weird.
just noticed that because I didn't have Zoom pulled up for a long time, but
Hmm.
oh well.
Strange.
Your audio's coming through fine.
That is what matters.
You just have the artifact of Dave.
Yeah.
We
in the past.
can probably get a bed situated down here. Like bed situations. I need more water. And Sam's like trying his best to get the plan going, but he's been derailed, so somebody has taken
He's
it.
compromised.
Yeah.
Lamia up top is gonna go into the captain's quarters and like loudly say, "Oh boy, that battle with the ooze was tough, but good thing it's gone now. I hope nothing realizes it's gone and just sneaks up on us." That's specifically to the kobold. That's
you
what
said you're in the
Lamia is
captain's
saying.
quarters?
The captain's, yeah.
I
Oh,
am screwing around with my video settings. Sorry. I'm gonna just explore down here real quickly, giving the trap room a wide berth.
Okay.
I really wish I had the voice mod thing pulled up so I could do like the traffic control, like do a barrel roll.
Right.
Like
Okay.
and
so
after
you-
she's done that, she'll go back down to the quarters. Or
All right, so
not
you
quarters.
announce that, and nothing specific happens unless you're like sitting there trying to make something happen. Other than
No. It's
Hmm.
I'm basically alerting our guests that hey, you should be relatively safe on
Okay.
the boat.
Okay. And so then you leave captain's quarters and do what now?
And go back down to help everybody.
Okay.
how long am I gonna be bright?
Uh,
An
Yeah,
hour.
for an
Yeah,
hour.
I-
Yeah.
It's an hour.
They last for like an hour, mate. Oh, you know what the worst part of this is? I just closed my eyes. It's so bright.
I don't. Can you cast darkness on me? I want to take a nap.
I can. Not sure if I should.
Don't do
Why
that.
are we
no.
why are you trying to take a nap? We gotta explore because we only have today until we can leave. Or they
I don't
know
eat
about
us.
you.
He's drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can smell Sam from like the top deck when he's down here.
Oh, that's
Um,
good
he-
whiskey.
To be
Yeah.
fair, this whole area smells like
Smells
really
like-
strong whiskey.
Oh yeah, probably.
'Cause
I
it's
think
all over the
Sam,
floor.
though. In my mind, it's just the whole smell is Sam.
Maybe I shouldn't be in this room because just the fumes are kind of. Yeah, Sam's gonna get
Yeah,
up
I'm a little
immediately, like,
buzzed.
do like a. He's gonna just work his way to one of the other areas.
Do you go like back up to the upper deck, or do you just leave this area and like go to the back
Yeah, I'll go to back.
where the stairs are?
Yeah. Zoop me there. Hey, thank you.
Hattie's over there.
Yeah, careful over there. The floor's thin. Points at it.
He's like, yeah, saw you marked it or something, so I just didn't step on it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything from downstairs. I took just a glance, you know. Didn't see nothing weird. So, might be okay. That's Roy, obviously. He's
Yeah.
over there.
Are we?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm ready to see if we can find that anchor and if we can kick this thing loose. We need to really get it pulled up.
Yeah.
But
So
what if there's
looking
like
around,
a?
You do find the winch that Sam already found. Like it looks like it's ready to be used, but he's already told you that if it's snagged enough, he doesn't know what the chain looks like under the water and stuff. Like it could break, and then you have other issues.
What if there's like a big crowbar back here that'll make that way easier?
Well, if it's stuck under the water, we're gonna have to find a way to get in the water to like loosen it.
I mean, it's easy to get in the water. It's getting out of it that I think is going to be the hard part.
Oh, sure. I'm not sure how deep this is either, so there's that as well. But you make a good point. But I think at least for a little bit, the Edanks have given this place a somewhat wide berth, just like the boat itself, right?
I don't know if that's true because
I'm not sure.
not sure. Yeah, they didn't really state whether or not they fucked with the boat or not.
Well, I know when I originally saw them, they were around this boat.
Yeah, they don't get on the boat. They probably don't touch it or anything, but I mean, it is kind of in the middle of the area, so they can't completely avoid it.
Right.
But
Excuse me.
I'll try and get Mama's attention and see if she can run some interference for us. And
Well, that if she can just knock the anchor loose herself, then we can pull it up and get the boat out of here.
Is there any way we could test how strong this chain is before trying to pull it up?
I mean, we don't know what kind of condition it is under the water is the issue.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I know we could just kind of give it a go, try and winch it up, and if it snags or sticks, we just stop, just in case. That way we don't break the chain or the winch itself.
Let me rephrase that. Do we have a good way of getting the anchor out of the water when it's not attached to the chain?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. Because I don't think the Hayethes are going to like let us leave unless we take that anchor.
No, I agree. So we just need to make sure we figure out how to get that taken care of.
Yeah, do we want to check the hold first, then talk to Mama Hayethe, or do we just want to try and knock that out?
I say we check the hold, see what we can get. Maybe give it a quick crank, see if the anchor just comes up nice and easy too, and then we worry about trying to talk to the Hayethe. That'll give you time to sober up too.
Yeah.
It's probably not the best idea to have you speaking inebriated to a giant murder machine.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll be sober tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
anyway, so you guys are gonna check
She
downstairs.
might like him better as he's drunk, but yes.
Might like how he tastes better. I don't know about how he talks. So you guys are gonna go explore downstairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay, is everybody going?
I plan to.
I do.
Yeah.
Who else is coming
Sam's
along?
going.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I need saves from no one. You guys are fine. You guys make your way downstairs.
Aching us out like that.
The stairs are very loud. Like, they creak very loudly as you're going down them, especially Lamia, because she's got armor, like pretty heavy armor on.
I'm very glad I did not have to sneak down these stairs.
Which, you know, some of it is by design, and a lot of it is by just wear and tear at this point. Enough that, like, as you get about halfway down them, it's not too long of a trek, really, but you're being a little careful because you just don't know the condition of the things. You almost think some of the stairs are going to give. They just feel loose enough. So you got a few of them that you start, like, you know, whoever's in front's like, hey, maybe skip that step, you know, as you're going down them. But you get down without too much trouble. If you were rushing down here, then yeah, you would have to make saves or break a stair. But when you finally get down to the bottom, you can see that there is some amount of water in the hold. I don't know if you try to examine it at all, but just visuals alone, you can tell it looks a lot like the surface of the water outside, where it's black. It's got that kind of film on it. And 6 fam. Well, yeah, all three of you guys are kind of sloshing through it and stuff. You can feel that, like, kind of that irritating sort of tingle across your skin as it starts to soak into your boots and whatnot. And even Eli, you can feel it because it does, like, flood into your shoes and kind of goes up your pants legs and stuff. Even though your clothes are, like, shedding it, it doesn't keep you from, you know, like, you're not. It isn't like you're not wading through water. You still are.
Yeah.
Your clothes just don't stay wet.
As we go down the stairs, I am going to mark the danger steps with something.
Danger
Chalk.
steps.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So,
you mark,
that's
like a
just
couple of them.
for later.
They're the ones that need repair, effectively.
Yeah. So, when if we use this boat, we know which ones to repair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, easy enough. So you get down there, you got those marked. But thankfully, other than and it's not like a ton of water. It's enough that it comes just over the top of your boots, you know, in the lower spots. But otherwise, even though you do see what is, like, obviously some, like, rotted crates and that kind of stuff in there, it doesn't smell great down here. You know, there's probably food supplies and that kind of stuff that has otherwise rotted that now looks like, you know, like mold or moss colonies in some spots. But luckily, just at least at a glance, it doesn't look like it has rotted through the hull or anything major like that. Just that it's sort of gathered in different places. And you can see that some of the areas are a little bit more raised, as, like, it kind of as the bottom of it sort of bows a little bit upward. And you can see the major storage of the items in there seems to still be mostly intact. So take some time going through the things there. For the most part, everything non-perishable that was on the manifest is present. It doesn't look like anything was stolen or anything like that. You even do find a few stores of, like, some dried and, like, preserved foods that have not rotted or anything because they didn't get wet. So it looks good down there. You eventually do manage to find also a more secure, like, watertight chest that's down there. That was, like, half in the water, half out of it, kind of like it got jostled or whatever and almost, like, slid in. You manage to push that up out of the water and get that one open. You see a collection of potions in there. Now, you know that there were 8 of the remove disease, but there's a total of 12 potions in here, some of which are not accounted for on the manifest. And you know that there's probably stuff in here that that probably isn't on it because they probably just didn't keep that accurate of one once they started running into trouble. But yeah, there's 8 of them that look very similar, and then there's 4 that are a totally different shade. The 8 that are remove disease are thankfully labeled in Thule. So those who speak it obviously can see. Oh yeah, these are remove disease. They're not labeled as remove disease potion. They're labeled as like emergency unsick potion or something like that.
Nice.
And the other 4 there are labeled in Ulu. And
Okay.
those... let me make sure I get the exact ones here. I forgot I had to close that.
I was gonna say, go magic men. Identify.
Well, they're labeled.
I like stuff being labeled. I don't have to work.
I have 13 mystery bottles labeled. That's probably the witch hates.
Or yeah, if you want to try to get the exact spell. So they're labeled with the word float. And then Eli, if you just give me a quick, we'll do knowledge arcana.
Oh,
Or actually, shit, you have read magic.
I do have the spell read magic. Yes.
You do see that on the other side of that label, there seems to be magical writing. So if you boop read magic, yeah, you'll be able to figure out that it is for the spell buoyancy.
Buoyancy.
Yeah.
That helps stuff
The affected
float.
creatures or objects become incredibly buoyant. The affected
Yeah.
creatures, including gear, carry objects up to each creature's maximum load, and objects naturally float on any water at least 1 foot deep. An affected creature that deliberately tries to submerge must succeed at a DC 20 swim check every round to stay underwater. The spell ends if the creature or object spends at least 1 round on dry land.
Nice.
So that is spell here. And these are cast level 3.
Ooh, cool. Okay. And how many of them are there? Did you say
4.
4? Okay. 4 cast level 3.
Yep. Just 3 rounds of buoyancy per potion.
Cool. Oh man, it would really help.
You're taking
if I could
those
spell
notes,
the
right?
word
Sorry.
potion right now.
I blanked out for a second in my brain.
Yeah, I'm writing down that there are 4 buoyancy potions to cast level 3. Yep.
Okay, and since you guys are searching, imagining since you're concerned about the time, you're not doing like the most crazy, thorough take 20 search.
Nope.
So, yeah, go ahead and
No.
give me perception checks, each of you.
Hey.
Cool beans.
Alright, I'm ready for Sam to stomp us again. That's fine.
I mean, he better.
You're gonna potentially get something different. So,
Hey.
wow, 3 very good rolls. Okay. Okay, so Eli,
That's 16, 16, and a 17. Yeah.
right? So you notice something that's very exciting. For you being the, classically, partially classically trained mage out of the group, obviously Rahala would be very hype. Probably more than you, since you have a slightly different relationship with your education than she does.
Yeah.
But still, you find what looks like a pile of scroll cases. Some of them are done for. Like they've been sitting in the water long, especially this water is like acidic, long enough that their like lacquer and all the different protections and things that have been on them has worn off, and then the wood's rotted, so they have the vague shape of a scroll case. Like even if they had leather on it, it's not there anymore.
Right.
But thankfully, about 4 of these cases were sitting atop of their dead cousins and were saved from
Nice.
from being rotted out. Like there's like a layer of them that are like, you can almost imagine this was like a pyramid. There's like a layer of them that are like half rotted that none of the contents are going to survive, but the tops of them were just dry enough to protect like the set of 4 that are just on top. So you're able to get those opened up and take a look inside. Unfortunately, some of that moisture did still manage to seep over time into some of these. So you find a few scrolls that are clearly ruined.
Okay.
If you're really, really careful, you can maybe salvage them later. It would just take a lot of time and energy. maybe more than they're worth. You're not sure. But so there, you have one scroll case that has 4 scrolls in it. And that one is the one that you're not going to be able to identify right now, unless you're going to severely risk destroying the scrolls.
No,
I mean, I don't
want
them out, right?
Yeah, I don't want to risk that. So,
okay. The second scroll case has 2 scrolls in it, and those are also things you want to be careful with.
okay.
So I imagine you're taking this down, so I'm going slow.
Mm-hmm.
Third one has just 1 scroll in it. That scroll is safe. And then the one that was in the best condition, not only is the scroll case itself in really good condition, one you probably want to keep for yourself, but it has 3 scrolls in it that are also seemingly in pristine condition.
Nice. So 3.
Yeah, 3 in
Right.
that last one.
So there's 2 that are in decent enough shape that I can identify them and probably won't mess them up or anything. There's these 3 that are in good shape that I can try and identify. But then like the one that is real bad shape, and there's 2 that are rough shape that I'm probably better off not messing with, right?
Yes.
In that case, while I've got those, I might as well try and identify. Like they can, if there's anything else I can find, I'll do that first. But like, while everybody else is still looking, I guess I'll start working on scrolls.
Okay. So, just so I know which scroll are you going for first?
I'm gonna start with the ones that are in the best shape.
Okay.
The three in that case.
Okay. I believe read magic is auto. Normally. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, alright, that first scroll. Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, give me a knowledge arcana on that one.
Okay. Knowledge arcana.
$22. Nice. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. As you're examining it, at first you're a little bit thrown off just by the organization of the magical text. It's a little bit confusing, and you can kind of tell after a little while trying to decipher this, just that whoever wrote this scroll definitely was not classically trained, as it were, at least not trained in like in or by a caliphate mage. They're
Right.
probably potentially self-taught, even just like the way that you're kind of reading it, you're noticing just like odd little mistakes and things. It's a functional scroll. It's just not optimized the way it should be. You do find that it is a scroll of, so the best condition. Okay, yeah. So this is those 3 in that last one were the ones in the best condition.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, hold on. That's not right. Just trying to make sure I get the caster level correct.
Yeah, that is important.
I'm gonna laugh if it's fireball.
It is not.
Fireball.
What kind of whiskey was in that thing?
Fireball.
Perfect, there it is. Okay. All 3 of them are scrolls of the spell Book Ward.
Oh,
which you know is commonly used to essentially protect a spell book from
Which is
water, from
funny that they're in the
energy.
best shape, of course.
Right, that kind of stuff. Which you know is obviously is very useful if you have a spell book,
Yeah.
or just a book you really, really want to protect.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't.
but
But
all
yeah,
three of those, right? All three of those are in there. They're all cast level 3. However, because of the slight suboptimal nature of their crafting, if someone was to attempt to use one of these scrolls, and they are not trained the way that you are, essentially, if it's not on their spell list and they have to make a use magic device check,
right.
the spell mishap happens not only on natural 1, but on a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
And you know, using it will be a little bit harder, even. So the DC is increased by 2 as well.
Okay. I wrote that in the description. What? Roll 20? There we go. Okay. This is being weird. All right. Okay, so I got that. So then I'll do the 2 that are in okay shape, and I don't want to mess with the other ones right now that are in rough shape. Like we need like a controlled area where we can actually look at those.
Okay. All right, and then give me another Knowledge Arcana.
Cool. Ooh.
18? Okay. You keeping the 18 before I move on, since you seem like you
Yeah.
might not.
No. I don't want to waste luck on this.
Leaving it? Okay. Cool. So, you find that these are actually 2 different scrolls. One of them is a scroll of warp wood.
Warp wood,
W-A-R-P. Wood.
Okay.
And that would take you a little bit longer to decipher, just because it's not one that you're as familiar with. That's one you've heard different kinds of casters tend to gravitate towards. Usually it requires more of a spiritual or divine connection in order to use that one.
But not to interrupt. I'll be right back. Sorry.
The other one you're a bit more familiar with. That is a scroll of Make Whole. W-H-O-L-E. Whole.
I like the other version better. I just like being able to make giant holes under people's feet, being like
that one's
Looney Tunes
great.
style. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but
Which is a fantastic spell.
oh yeah, it is going full Looney Tune style on people. It's great.
Grab links for you. And those are both also cast for level 3rd.
Cool. Tree. There we go. Cool. And then I'm gonna leave the other ones alone for now.
Okay, and let's see, next, see, Panda is away for now. So, Lamia, with your 29. While you're looking around down there, you do find a couple of containers that still have usable ballista bolts in them. That, if for some reason you guys needed to use them, would be pretty handy. Excuse me. But other than that, you also find what looks like a small cache of weapons, like several cutlasses, like boarding axes, that kind of stuff, that you know would have been useful if like they ended up in like close combat with another ship. You find 8 of each of those things, cutlasses and boarding axes. One of those boarding axes it looks a bit different than the others. They all look a little bit, some have little like spots of rust and things on them. Or like chips and things in like the haft or in the blades. Like they need some maintenance. They definitely do. One of them does appear to be in very, very good condition, however. Like far better condition than the others. It still looks relatively plain. Like it looks a lot like them, but it's like in the middle of all these damaged ones, there's one that looks like it's in perfect condition. When you pick it up, you're being maybe a little bit slightly careless as you're kind of moving some of these around, looking at them, especially like you've noticed like some of them are super dull, that kind of stuff, so you're just trying to kind of shift them aside, see if there's anything at the bottom. That pristine one though is very sharp. Like you almost cut yourself, like you kind of like accidentally like brush up against the blade, like kind of recoil, like you just hear the sound across your gauntlet. And you're like, ooh, I'm glad I'm wearing my armor, because that might have hurt. But that one is very, very sharp. So you find one boarding axe that is significantly higher quality.
Before I'm going to say what I want to say, is there any daggers?
Do you find just any daggers? Yeah, you probably find a few.
I'm going to pocket one because I still have no dagger from the last time I gave that dagger away.
Yeah.
Alright, now I'm going to say, Magic Man, please identify this sharp boarding axe.
It looks like an axe.
It's clean
a boarding
in comparison to the rest of the other axes. I think it's magic.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense than you just asking me to tell you what an axe is, because you definitely know that. I'll cast Detect Magic.
She wants to ask you a question.
Oh,
that same drunk.
Magic. There you go.
So you hit Detect Magic. Oh, yeah, there's an aura coming off of that for sure. Go ahead with the Knowledge Arcana.
Okay.
Six. Nice.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good roll. Keeping the 26?
Yes, I will indeed keep that.
Okay, 26 is what you needed. This thing is giving off an aura of necromancy, actually. And strength on it is moderate. Like, this is not... Wow, this is not a weak magic item. You can tell, obviously, they craft... The way it looks was to be a little bit more inconspicuous. But as you're going over here and examining this thing, you do see on, like, the very bottom of it, like the bottom of the half, like where that flat part of the wood is, you can see that there's, like, a metal cap on it. Or at least to you, it looks like there's like a little metal plate or something at the very bottom, where the other ones don't have that. Which, Lamia, you can identify as that's an indicator that there is metal that actually runs all the way through the haft up to the blade, that's probably helping to bind it in there and keep it all one solid piece. Makes it a lot stronger. But also, on the bottom of that little metal cap, you do see some kind of marking. It doesn't look like it's a rune or anything that like you can decipher magically. Doesn't really sync up to a language, you think it's just someone marked it in a way to set it apart. But it's giving off a pretty hefty magic aura on it. You want to try to identify the effects? Go ahead and give me a spellcraft check, please.
Coming right up.
Oh, you can also tell that the magic aura itself is cloaked, in a sense.
Okay.
You almost misidentified it as a abjuration aura, but nope.
I am gonna
19 on the spellcraft.
roll
Keeping
on
that?
one. Oops, shit. I rolled it
23.
twice. My bad.
Or no? Oh yeah. Oop,
Yeah,
maybe
the
one
first
back.
one's correct. It's 21.
So
Sorry,
21.
yeah. It just like, I don't know, didn't read my click. My bad.
You're good. Double check DC on that. Fine. Okay, so 21 is not quite enough.
Dang.
Yeah, you can't quite decipher what that magic actually comes together to do. But you can tell it's strong,
Nope.
whatever it is.
Yeah, that's just what I'll say.
Other magic man.
Does
Lobby
stuff.
will face
It's a
Sam.
thing.
What? Sam's not used to that. What?
Eli can't tell me what this can do. He just says it's necromancy based.
Oh,
I need to know if we need to destroy this.
yeah. Okay, let me look at it and break my hands and give it a whack. No, I'm joking.
It's just it hit something with it. That's how Sam figures out what things do.
That's how
You
Sam's
have-
figured out a lot of things.
You have what, one rank in spellcraft?
No, I actually have 5.
You have 5 now. Okay, good.
Yeah, I've been putting stuff into it. Because
You're like, oh, the guy who taught me how to identify magic items doesn't know how to... Yeah, let me give it a try.
yeah,
I've gotten good at it.
I've worked with 13.
Okay.
Is that correct? Hold on. Did I click the? Maybe I was looking at the right. Did I? Hold on. Was I looking at the wrong thing? Spellcraft. This is plus.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
if
it
you
is
have
plus
a-
9. Okay. Oh, I rolled a 4. Okay.
You rolled
Sorry.
a 4, yeah. I was gonna say if you have.
On my screen, it looks like it says 14. Is why
It looks cocked on mine, yeah. But
Yeah. It looks like it said 14. I was like, I don't have a -1 to that. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, not you rolled a 4.
I should have been good.
Well, a 21
you rolled
didn't identify
19?
it.
No. Yeah. So.
So
It's Sam's.
you can tell, yeah, it's.
Yeah. Does it have a necromantic order, or do I get that same? Bit,
Do you cast
or do I-
detect magic?
I don't have that.
And you don't know.
Okay.
You probably just have to
Yeah.
believe Eli.
This is, yeah, it's got that deep, thick necromantic aura on it.
Oh man.
My sense
Yeah.
motive isn't even very good, but
Yeah, neither's my
okay,
bluff.
Sam. Thanks. Do it.
his eyes side eye. Okay, I'll do it. We'll see if you can tell I'm lying.
Oh man. I love it.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if I can roll that. I can.
That's a
Roll that.
Shouldn't have asked him to
17.
roll. That's what you get.
Okay. So should we destroy this then, Sam?
Oh,
Maybe we should have Rahala look at it.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like,
smart.
look,
That's
that,
probably what we should have done.
It's just the last time we had a
Yes.
necromantic weapon in our hands.
yeah, it
I
killed
yelled at you
souls,
for it.
you know. But this could just be like, it doesn't necessarily mean it, super kills something. It eliminates them from the cycle of rebirth. I don't think it's doing that. I think that's a pretty unique thing to have on an item.
Mm-hmm.
And if this does have that, I'm going to have to talk to somebody because we can't just be out here killing people's souls. Like, we gotta, I don't know, make that a sin or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna go have Rahala look at it.
Thank you, Hattie.
I want to look at the other. You said there were other axes in there. I missed that part.
Well,
were.
we
This
haven't
was
done
the
your
only-
search.
Usable.
This is the only crazy one, but yeah.
Okay.
That was
So
on
we're
purpose.
just kind of rusty and regular. Yeah.
So you find that, and then, yeah, Sam, you're able to find. I'm gonna scroll back up, y'all. 34, yeah. You
Wait a
find
minute.
that there are
Oh,
obviously a
yeah.
lot of tools down there as well.
Jake
Not
Paul.
a bunch that you.
No.
Yeah, right.
Shut
Unfortunately,
What are
you
you-
don't necessarily
Bruh.
recognize all of them, just because you don't recognize all of them. But they're definitely for sale. You're pretty damn sure. There's several links of chain and some extra rope and stuff, which is nice. Some of them are frayed, but still usable.
It's
and,
okay.
yeah,
I reassure the afraid rope.
the hammers and stuff, easy. You know what those are. But there's a bunch of other shit in here that you're just not certain of. Well, that thing, you know, that's a pulley. You don't know what. You think there was some others upstairs that were already in place, so you don't know why there's just like a loose one down here, but there definitely is. Okay, no, you do find some stuff. You definitely know what it is. You find some fish hooks and fish nets, as in nets used to catch fish. Yeah, not stockings or anything. But you find a bunch of fish hooks and like line, like twine and whatnot you can use for fishing rods. Unfortunately, you don't find any fishing rods. They were probably all wooden, probably got jostled or and rotted away at some point. You do find a few just like metal poles, like actual 10-foot poles. You find 3 of those. Should be pretty useful. And you could maybe use those as a fishing rod. They won't be ideal, but they could work. But because you rolled so fucking absurdly high, as you're looking through all of this stuff, you do actually find a length of wood that looks relatively fine. In fact, as you wipe a bunch of like mossy slime and stuff off of it, it looks great underneath there. I think maybe it just had like a coating of gross on it, but yeah, it looks pretty pristine actually. It looks like, double checking some stuff here. Yeah.
While you're doing that,
Go ahead. You can see that there are actually fittings on it consistent with a fishing rod. So this must have been one. This must have been one of them, but it seems a lot more well made than what you would expect to see just on like a random ship. Like they would mostly just be using pretty basic stuff because there's going to be so many people that you're not going to just hand out a bunch of super high quality ones. But yeah, you think you could get this, you know, properly set up as an actual fishing rod, and it would be a masterwork fishing rod.
Say less. Yeah.
We have to black out the whole screen now, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Just hold on a second. No,
Oh my goodness.
these eyelets are pristine. Medium flexibility. Yeah. I'll say I've used a couple fishing poles. More of a farmer myself than a fisherman. Have to be a little bit in character. Can't just be me. Yes, fishing.
Like fishing. Nice.
Well, this would be handy to. It's very well made to be handy to use if we're ever nearby streams to help catch some fish for rations and such. Also, if we get back to town, I might be able to offload it to somebody. One of the fishermen in town might pay a good price for it. And it's been down here for 50-ish years, so it might be vintage. Like,
quite a while.
It might be collectible or something like that.
You make a strange point that I had not thought of, is that this stuff has been down here a lot longer than I realized with you just saying that, and a lot of this stuff could be like that.
Also, those 10-foot poles you found are folding poles.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
did.
that's what I was looking up. This whole, I was like,
Yes.
I don't think this is the right item.
Golden poles.
Because I'm like, how'd they get these down here? No. Like, because now we gotta take the 10-foot poles all the way to the bottom. And we're like, man, we're gonna have to like angle this through 3 doorways and like.
Right? I was like, no, wait, that's not the right item. There are 10-foot
So-
poles, but no, these are the actual ones that are down here.
So folding poles, or do they just?
They can
They-
become 10-foot poles. They're
Okay.
when collapsed are 3-foot poles,
Okay.
effectively.
Are they? In my head, I'm envisioning the. What do they call that? Chain staff? Not chain staff. The.
Oh, the Setsu Sekan or whatever, the 3-section
You know what
staff.
I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
It's a bow staff, but it has. It's big nunchuck,
Yeah,
basically. but
the
it's
3-section staff.
sectional staff.
I love those, by the way. Those things are dope.
Yeah, except those aren't collapsible. They're just, they just separate, whereas this,
Yeah.
collapses in.
Collapse. Okay. So, toy lightsaber.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you
we can-
for your understanding of what we are looking at here, Panda. I appreciate your
Well, I mean, it's important for me.
perspective, sir. I really mean that though. I'm not making fun of you in the slightest. I 100% mean it. I love it.
Well, because in my head, I was like, I have. You and Crispy saw the big aluminum poles that were
Mhm.
holding up. Found them in the garbage at where I work, and I was like, "Why are those poles sticking out there?" And I looked at them; they were a stand for a hand sanitizer that they tossed. I was like, "I want these poles," so I took the hand sanitizer machine thing off and took the poles because I'm a grubby little garbage digger.
You're something, buddy.
But yeah, there's 3 of those
Yeah,
folding
yeah,
poles,
yeah.
and they can be used.
Oh.
Mage Hand is not necromancy. They can be used to poke stuff from 10 feet away, which is nice, or 3 feet away.
Like,
It's nice.
hold on, I gotta look at. Mage hand necromancy? What? Okay, sorry, I had to go figure out what that was prompted by. Mage hand's not necromancy.
Yes, the notes are in our chat. I don't know why he said it either. I just saw that one thing.
Are you thinking of Thing from Adam's Family? Because I don't think that would be a funny ass interpretation of Mage hand. Of like, yes, I've reanimated this hand. It's my Mage hand.
Do you do any other inspection on the pole, or you're just like, sweet, masterwork fishing pole?
I would know that sometimes masterwork things can be magic, correct?
Yeah, they have to be masterwork in order
They have
to be
to.
magic to be
Yeah.
enchanted. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
I'll go ahead and take a peek-see with spellcraft. Or is that?
Well,
or do I need?
You would need
Eli
detect
to-
magic to know if it has a magic aura. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he already done that before, which is why it didn't matter. But
Mhm, okay. Eli. Eli. I imitate. It's like,
Imitating me, call him Magic Man.
hey, Magic Man number 1. Magic Man number 2 needs help.
wow.
Okay. What do you need?
Can you look at this? And I wiggle it at him.
It's very pretty. I'm assuming you need me to figure out if that's
Mhm.
what kind of magical thing that is. All right.
Yes, please. If it is.
So I've still got detect magic going. So
So go ahead.
I assume we're
and-
doing these all at the same time, so we would all be done about the same time.
Yeah,
So,
you're all searching, so this is around when you're wrapping up. So yeah, Eli, go ahead with the knowledge arcana. See if you get the aura.
cool. Go. There we go.
It's fancy 4. Oh yeah, plenty.
It has a pink necromantic aura.
Right?
It steals the souls of the fish it catches.
Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord, you would be that kind of luck, wouldn't you?
That's funny.
Yeah. Later on, it's like, you can't taste the missing soul.
That's what I was gonna ask. That is exactly what I was gonna ask. Oh my god.
Why is it so bland? No, you see, so the stronger of the 2 auras is, 1 second. Just making sure. It is magical, okay? So.
That makes me think of the soul trap spell in Skyrim.
Oh, that's the
yes.
Because
Soul
with
trap
the
stuff.
special edition, they added fishing rods as equipable items because they added fishing to it.
Right.
So in theory, you could enchant the fishing rod with soul trap.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, they only do like 1 damage. I think they do the same as like the wooden swords, like the toy swords in the game.
Okay, so the ores are the same. I don't know which you're more familiar with. I think Eli's more familiar with abjuration, so yeah, you definitely get faint abjuration off of it.
Okay.
That roll, yeah, you're pretty sure there's a second aura, but you're definitely getting the abjuration. is what makes most sense.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine, you rolled way higher than you needed, so it's both abjuration and divination.
Nice. Abjuration and divination. Cool. On a fishing rod.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's try and identify them auras, I guess.
Well, you got the aura identified now. It's just the effect.
I mean,
spellcraft.
identify the effect of the thing. Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Oh, well, I hadn't rolled it before. So you don't know what the hell this thing would be called, but which means I guess you get to name it since you've figured it out.
Oh no!
Yes.
Or you can name it. However, the effects, the 2 magical effects you can identify off of it, because you rolled really fucking good, are not spells you can cast. They are hide from animals and speak with animals.
Nice.
So when this is used as a fishing rod, are you already giggling?
Because
Right.
I'm just thinking about you hooking an 8 egg with
Put me back!
talkers.
Put me back!
Thinking
Can't breathe there!
active.
Like, sorry.
So
The idea of catching a fish and just comes up screaming.
whenever this is used as a fishing rod, so essentially when there is a hook or lure or whatever at the end of it in the water, then the wielder is affected as with hide from animals, so they can't be normally detected by animals unless they attack them.
Right.
And during that time, they may project their voice into the water in order to speak with aquatic animals. So you could use it as a way to talk to like any aquatic beast, technically. Like your voice will come through the hook or lure, if you'd like it to.
This is the lure, by the way. You can talk through it, so you lure stuff. It's the lure.
Or you can, or you can use it to talk to whatever you hook, I guess, if you're really sadistic and ask it questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the effects on it.
Well,
and they won't know you're there. They just hear your voice.
I suppose there's new ways to have conversations with 8 eggs. Here you go, bud.
I don't know if I want to hook an 8 egg with this.
You don't gotta hook them. You just gotta put the hook in the water. And
I mean,
then
they
project
eat
your
anything.
voice into the water.
That's true.
Yeah.
Man, I double prepped that today too.
We'll still probably need it.
Yeah.
Well, it won't help you if they're on land, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
By the way, they're not animals again. So even
Yeah.
though we're
It only kinda sorta-
allowing the speak with animals to work, the hide from animals effect will not help you against
Not
8
help
eggs.
you?
I don't
Okay,
want you to
yeah.
get confused.
Good to know.
I don't think I can use this to fish because I don't eat things I talk to.
Don't talk to them. Again, it
only projects the voice. It didn't
projects
say
the
you
voice,
hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
It just
So I
projects
can't
your
hear the
voice in
things I
water.
hook? Okay.
no,
Nope.
not
It
unless
just
you can
says,
understand.
"Come here, fishy, come here."
Mhm.
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking of. Like, oh no, I'm a worm and I'm all by myself in the water. I hope something doesn't eat me. Like
Oh,
that. That was what I was thinking. But the second part, first part I was like, dude, I'm gonna catch a bass and it's gonna be like, like
Yeah.
uh,
To
oh,
understand
please
that,
don't.
you would need to speak with animals on yourself as well. To,
I have
like,
a family.
project your voice, yeah.
I have a little baby and lost all its arms and legs, and we feed it. No, the whole fucking shrimp bit from Fishtails, or whatever it's
Yep.
called. Such a good bit. Anyway,
Oh yeah, in other words, just functions as a masterwork tool for fishing.
I'm gonna ask the question I don't want to ask. Does it have a name? Do you know if it has a name?
I mean, I would call it the Lua Lua, but that's just me.
Little. My little rod. LL.
I mean, that's the super rod, if it's anything, or the master rod, I guess, because it's a masterwork fishing item.
It's true.
That's a master rod.
I think the old rod's the best because it catches the best Pokemon.
You know, all the other rods also catch Magikarp, right? Like Magikarp is catchable on every single rod.
Yeah,
It has the
but
highest
the old
encounter.
rod has a 100% chance of
Okay,
catching a
okay.
Magikarp.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
Anyway.
yeah, there you go. You found a magical fucking fishing rod that belonged to someone at some point.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to figure out. Going to. Animals. Can't type. Alright. Sorry, I was putting that in my standby inventory. Because, yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that. And we also got that lockbox safe upstairs in that closet. Pretty sure it's locked. I think I checked it. Can't remember. I honestly, Panda, excuse me, Panda doesn't remember if he checked it or not. So,
Oh yeah, it was locked.
yeah.
Yeah, you checked it.
All right. Should we get these potions
Tractor.
handed out? Yeah, tractor. No, it's just, I got a frog in my throat.
Probably getting rid of that disease will be good.
Yeah. I think everybody should just drink one, whether or
Yeah.
not their symptoms just to.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Because there's
Yeah.
8 of them, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How many people we got?
Oh,
Me?
There are 8 of you.
Hey,
There
okay.
are indeed 8 of us.
Yep.
And
That
hopefully
worked
the
perfectly.
kobold isn't sick.
Right?
Because sucks to be him.
I don't know. He's been on the ship a long time.
I
I
mean,
think he's probably fine.
he's only recently been in contact with us. Well,
Yeah.
I say contact. It's not like he's like, I don't think he's touched none of us, has he?
I don't think so.
I mean,
He didn't like give him a smooch, right?
no, I definitely didn't do that.
I haven't even seen the thing.
Well, he
Nope.
he and I had a close encounter, I want to say, where I definitely almost attacked him and he definitely almost attacked me, but then we realized we were fine. And everything was okay and nobody had to get blasted or stabbed.
So let's go ahead and go to everybody, get and not deposit, but give everyone one of these.
Yeah. Make sure everybody drinks it.
Wait, we have clarified to actually have checked absolutely that this is what it is written, right? On these.
Oh, no, 100%. We just believed it at face value. I suppose we should do our due diligence. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, we didn't actually check. We just read the label.
Yep.
I literally only had that in the mind because Ellie was like, "Oh, it can't be anything that it isn't." No one
Yeah.
would do that.
It would
That
be
was-
weird to store emergency remove disease potions and they not be remove disease potions.
Yes.
I agree. It would be super
That
weird.
really would make
However,
any sense, but
However, Just for due diligence, I will check.
Okay.
You know how many cookie tins
Hell.
I've opened to reveal sewing supplies?
Far too many.
I mean, true.
Now, they weren't emergency supply cookies, but
And like
still,
one of the crewmates could have dumped it and put like water in it or something.
that's also true. Like, I'm going to drink this, but I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm going to fill it up with...
It doesn't look like water, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Give me a spellcraft check, then, Eli.
Alrighty, here we go.
Yeah, they're definitely remove disease potions.
Nice. It is what it says on the tin,
As far as you know.
folks. Yeah, cool. Is what it says on the tin. Let's go.
10 on it?
No, that's not what I meant.
I
at
put
all.
10 on it.
All right, let's go give everyone one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That was Rahala's check on the axe. Since you guys
Oh,
are
okay.
back upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot her +2 to that. So she has that's 25 for her. Okay.
It's pretty good. What'd you roll on that, Eli? Dave?
25.
Yeah.
You had a 21.
21. Okay, yeah, that's right. Oh, I was about to
The axe,
It
not
was,
the.
that was the yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was the other one. Still above a 20.
True.
Above a 20.
And then
Start showing Hattie the rod.
Praising.
I showed Hattie my rod that I got.
phrase.
Also, the
Still doing
collapsible
phrasing.
That's
Cool. So you guys get back. You guys all go back upstairs.
that we do.
So you're gonna start handing out. You're gonna start handing out juice. Is that the?
Yeah,
That's the plan.
yeah.
All right, we're all not gonna touch any like gross corpses or, go swimming in like. The idea does come up. It's like, you don't think like the water here is bad, right?
Shrug. That's what
All
you
right.
get from me. They said heavy water when they were talking about it, but we always thought it was the ooze. It could be anything though. It could even be a boat, mate.
Yeah, it could be
We are on a
a
boat.
bunch of tiny boats in the water.
We are on a boat. I'm on a boat.
But yeah. I guess everybody drinks it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
drink mine, yeah.
Lamia chugs hers down.
Does this say don't take with alcohol?
No. As you guys are starting to hand them out, Rahala will say, "Are you sure we should just take them now? You know they're not guaranteed to work, right?
Yes.
So
know
you
they
don't
are.
think maybe we should save them for when someone's symptomatic? So in case, I mean, if there's only one of each of us, let's say maybe it doesn't work and someone still has this, now we don't have a way to help them."
That is true and a fair point.
Yeah. I don't know how disease works. This is Panda speaking. I'm stuck in this voice. When you are cured of a disease, do you have an immunity period, or are you able to like get reinfected? Does it work like the flu, or like
By
like this?
by rules as written, I don't think there's really any immunity period. I would impose a like bonus to one's saving throw, right? Based on
Okay.
it.
Because that makes sense to me.
A
I just
pretty
want to.
significant one. So yeah.
That is a good point. Shit, I forgot who all cinematic though.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm fine, so I'll just wait. Then.
Oh no, you're symptomatic. You've had it.
Oh,
delayed.
that's right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
I
got hit
forgot I
already.
had the delay because I have it. I
'Cause
don't
it's
have negatives on my sheet. That's what I was looking at for that.
Dave
So yeah,
Thornton.
I'm drinking this
Probably
Right now. while we're talking.
What's her name?
Like I'm
Layla.
drinking this tea.
Layla.
I think I beat mine because I don't have any negatives.
I know I've been
No.
casting.
Remember, they have. I rolled separately for all of your onset, so
Yeah.
Some of you may still have it, and it just hasn't started doing damage yet.
Yeah.
Because it takes days. It's a number of days that I rolled secretly.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been taking the.
You've been hitting yourself with delayed
Yeah.
disease.
So I don't know if it's.
Yeah.
Mine will take a long time to show up, basically. I guess I'll quit using that for now. And I'll see if I get symptomatic. I'll save mine. Because worst case scenario, if it shows up, I can hopefully cast it on myself. We really need Thorvin to get better, though.
Yeah.
We do. Yep.
So I'll let one of you guys roll for Thorvin. And then one of you will roll for Layla. And then, obviously, Eli, you roll for yourself. It's going to be 1d20 plus 5. You're looking to beat a 20.
1d20 plus 5.
Yep.
Be it.
I'll do Thorvin.
You'll do Thorvin? Okay, I guess I'll do Layla.
Oops. Plus 5. Not equals 5.
Wait, what the hell?
Can we roll luck on this?
You can.
No.
I was about
That's
to
why I'm
ask
having
that.
you guys roll. That's why I'm having you guys roll.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You
jeez.
could just nat 20.
Damn.
Hey, the
I'm
guy
glad
that
you
needed
rolled
a
for
guy.
Thorvin. I'm glad you rolled for Thorvin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does get better. so he's instantly cured. That's an 18 for Eli, unfortunately, and then a 7 for Layla. Okay. Obviously, with Layla, you're just not sure because she hasn't become symptomatic yet. Assuming she has it, right? But she was she was hiding in the bodies, so it'd be pretty weird if she didn't. But
I drink OJ all the time, dude. My immune system's crazy.
but Thorvin is cured, and then Eli, in character, you don't quite know yet because it's been repressed. You won't know until tomorrow.
Right. Well, I guess we'll find out. It'll be fun on a bun.
All right.
Well,
Anyway.
That means you have 5 left.
Woohoo! 5 left.
Cool. Somebody keeping track of that? Or you want me to?
I'll go ahead and keep track of it. Give me a second.
Okay. Thank you. The guy could do it in the party supplies, but I forget to remove things from the party supplies when we use it. If when we do that, so.
Okay, I have it written down.
Alright.
Did Rahala manage to identify anything of the axe?
You did.
The scary axe?
So she finds out that the axe is called a beam splitter. Beam as in like
B-E-A-M?
like wooden beam, not beam as in good beam. Because Panda, unfortunately, somebody has
My nemesis.
Sam's family.
They made this axe specifically to take out Sam.
I mean,
It has Bane good beans, which is very specific.
yeah, dude. One of my ancestors had a mortal enemy who was a sailor or a pirate or whatever. You know,
Just had it out for you.
his old Beanbeard, the sailor.
So it is indeed a boarding axe, which is a type of one-handed axe, martial weapon. So you have martial weapon proficiency, then you can use it. It is a +3 boarding axe,
Holy hell!
and it
Nice.
deals triple damage against wooden objects and creatures.
Nice.
If used against a ship's hull, the weapon ignores the hull's hardness completely.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What would the equivalent be in the Roll20 compendium?
I think they have axe boarding, but it
Search
looks
for
like
axe.
it does different.
I did axe, but there's no boarding axe in there.
It's most similar to a hand axe.
Okay.
But Here's the page for it. That's for a regular boarding axe, obviously.
Yeah, I just wanted to drag the hand axe over and edit.
Do we get down? Did we write down what it does? Sorry, I didn't.
That's questioning the rest of y'all.
I mean, I thought you were doing that. I was writing down like scroll stuff and other things,
Yeah.
so I hadn't written that
Did you
down.
get it,
about
Molly?
He posted the link, so I'm
did,
copy
so
and
you
pasting
can
that.
That's
Yeah,
that's
copy
for
That's to a
regular.
regular boarding axe.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not the magic
yeah,
qualities I put
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, the +3 and okay. I vaguely remember, so I can type in that part.
Deals triple damage against wooden objects. And
Wooden
creatures.
objects, and then I remember the ship part. Yeah,
Yeah, and then ignores hardness on ship
yeah,
bolts.
ships, which is cool, super cool.
So, yeah.
Don't hit
And
the ship
fight
with
me-
it, please.
Fight me mean
No matter what you
trees.
do not hit the ship with that.
Yeah, when her strength fucking
Any way, shape,
full.
form.
That'd be bad.
Just immediately poking holes in the boat. Just smack, smack, smack. It's like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my god.
But yeah, it's a fucking +3 weapon.
See.
Holy hell.
Go down. Go down.
Well, I mean, are you going to run into the conundrum of I really want to use my heirloom weapon, your halberd, but you also got the 6 secondary cool axe now, and you're like, I don't want to hit stuff with it. Because that's me with the Rhine blade a lot. They're like,
I'm not gonna run into that issue, but it's like if we go into the woods and I'm like, oh, we need to just chop down trees.
But yeah, it's effectively a sidearm, just like because you both have two-handed weapons, so
Yeah,
it's nice to have a one-handed.
Yeah.
Is indeed.
sorry, I
I
love
got
that
a
idea.
sidearm.
Like,
It's my arms. They're on the sides. God.
sorry, I imagine you have like the nice coat that you wear. Like, I got that sidearm, you just like reveal like a little shoulder holster for your wand of pyrotechnics.
Oh yeah, the pyrotechnics.
Like it's in a holster.
Well, more
Right.
accurately, my sidearm is a dagger that is hidden in a pickpocket's pocket inside my thing that is a quick
Yeah.
extending. So I just flip that out and just flip it back. But I have yet to have to use that to stab somebody. I've used it to escape more than I've ever used to stab anybody.
Yeah, I think you have had to swing it once, but I don't think you hit
Yeah.
anything.
I believe I used it to coup de grace something one time. But other
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that,
that
yeah.
But
Why are you-
I found this, so I'm taking it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Finders keepers.
That
Sorry, I
works.
really want to make a dumb joke about the coup de grace of what is like a fatty duck liver.
Fatty dick.
Wow.
Okay.
Duck liver.
All
had
right,
to do
we're
with
going
it.
places.
Thanks for identifying this, Rahala.
You're welcome, of course.
For y'all that
I'm
have foie gras.
honestly just baffled that a
Here?
powerful weapon is here. I mean, I can understand why it'd be useful, but
Do you think the intent was to attack other boats?
what do you think the intent was?
I think it's great at busting open treasure chests.
I mean,
Well, we have to
That
get
too.
through the lock first, don't we?
Oh, you break the wood. That's what
yeah,
I'm
the
getting
wood
at.
part of
You don't need to break the lock if you just break the chest.
You talking about the safe? That's
Sorry,
metal.
Yeah, the safe. I thought
No,
it was the
I
safe,
was
so the
talking
safe is
about the
locked.
axe is good for breaking chests.
Just
Oh,
general chests.
the safe, though, hold on. I'll walk over there and see if I can knock that thing. I just pop my knuckles and go cast knock on the safe. Like,
Yeah. For good habits.
yeah.
Wait, no. And I walk. Sam skitters over.
With my pitifully trained disabled device, knock is my only way to get in and out of anything.
Let's see.
Door, box, or chest with an area of 10 square. Well, it is. I mean, it is the right size. However, it's a safe, not a door, box, or chest. I'm kidding. It's it counts.
Do not
Excuse me,
drop
cast
the
level check against DC of walk with plus 10 bonus. So cast level plus 10.
Coming right up. Cast the level.
Its DC is higher than the base, so I have to have you roll this time.
Oh,
Did not matter.
38 total with my plus 10.
we're getting on,
Yeah.
max perception checks for me. Level of
Right. Yep, you go over, cast your spell, like kind of tap like the top of it, and it just creaks right open.
Imagine the scene from Futurama when Bender is talking about the Ronco record vault to get the 7-leaf clovers. Like, the Achilles heel of the Ronco does not have structural resonance frequency. It just shakes and the thing just opens. That's what I thought of in my head. Just there you go.
You see it creak out. You actually see the little dial on the front like turn several times, and then it creaks open. And on the inside, you can see that there are what are definitely a few gold trade bars. As in trade bars, I mean just like big ass gold ingots that are in there. Yeah. One there's like a semi misshapen like lump of material in there that it's also it looks really nice. It looks like it's maybe some other melted down metal or something like that. It's very light in color, not quite silvery, a little bit more pale than that. Eli, you have appraise, right?
I believe I do. It's not well trained, but I do believe it is trained.
Yeah, go ahead and roll appraise for me.
Yeah, I have one.
I'll say it's a pretty low DC.
Okay. Well,
How
my one
5?
rank is not good enough. Yeah, I'm keeping the 5.
Well, it's a good thing. Like I said, it's pretty low DC. DC was 5.
Hey, there we go. Look.
Okay. So yeah, you can tell, like, just looking at it for a second, you've seen that material before. That is a lump of platinum.
Ooh.
A pretty big. You don't know what they melted down to make this lump. That's a real fucking expensive lump. Now, a 5 isn't going to give you even really a ballpark of how much it's worth, but even as you like kind of reach in and grab it and you kind of feel the heft of it, like just the weight alone, yeah, that's a lot of money right there. There are 6. It's like sitting on top of like the 6 gold bars in there, and you can see that there's a small, like wooden, kind of partially worn down now, little basket thing kind of on the side of the bars to like keep them from moving over and crushing what's in the basket. And you can see in there there is like a small wooden box, probably containing something else in there, and then there are 2 little vials. Like they're not even quite the size of like what you use as a potion vial. They're almost like really miniature little perfume vials. But the glass looks like crystal. It's very ornate. The liquid on the inside of it is this kind of shimmering golden hue.
Okay.
There's 2 of those.
Well, I will go ahead and assume that they are in some way magical. Have my detect magic active and try and identify these bad boys.
Sam is like poking him in the ribs and pointing at it like ah.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you got the detect magic. Give me first the knowledge arcana.
Of course. Knowledge arcana coming right up. Why? There we go. I just clicked on knowledge engineering on action. There we go. I fixed it.
Four. There it is. Oh shit! Hold on. Other way. Look at the wrong damn spell. That's the correct one. All right. Health. Perfect. Go back. Okay, there it is. So you get that is a moderate transmutation aura.
Okay, moderate
And it doesn't,
transmutation.
as far as you can tell, it doesn't look like it's being disguised as anything else, thankfully. You get that on both of them.
Okay.
And then try to identify the effect, though. That's going to be harder. Go ahead and give me the spellcraft. 19. Keeping the 19.
I'll roll up on that. I want to see if I can beat a 20. Hey, I got to 220. So
You have
there's
two
that.
exactly 20.
Yep.
Okay. So you can identify both of these. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have. That's my bad. It is a strong aura of transmutation.
Ooh, okay, strong, cool.
Yeah.
I like to think Eli is saying, "Oh, it's a strong aura." Blah blah blah. I'm like,
He's just staring at the platinum the whole time.
No, I'm looking at the vials. The platinum I already have
Sick.
plans for.
Big shiny lump. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with a total of 20, you're not totally sure of the effects of this at all. You just know, obviously, it's very powerful. Whatever magic was used on this is even stronger than what was used on that axe. Significantly so.
This is strong. Yeah, okay. Well, this is really strong stuff, whatever it is. So, Rahala, want to see if you can give this a whack because it's got me stumped.
Well, we give time for Rahul to come in. Sam is gonna look at this lump. I feel how much does it weigh?
It weighs. Hold on a second.
like, can I guesstimate?
It feels like it's roughly 8 pounds.
Oh, okay.
It's not light.
As Rahal enters, Sam pulls out his salt and pepper shaker and he pretends to cast all food. Because I don't have it prepared.
Buddy.
I'm
no. That's the most expensive meal you'll ever have.
It's gonna taste like goo.
No.
Pretending to cast all food.
No.
Nice.
I just wanted to see Eli's reaction, basically. And maybe Rahala's.
Does Eli react to seeing Sam appear to be about to cast all food on the woman?
I will give him the biggest side eye in the world. Like, the biggest side eye I could possibly muster. Like, bro.
Like, side eye, we're like steadily getting more wide. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what? No. And as Rahal is like walking in, she obviously doesn't immediately know that it's a lump of platinum, but you can see this like confused look for a moment. And she's like, Sam, you're not gonna do that.
You're right, it's too expensive.
Goodness.
I was just
platinum?
just kidding. No.
I mean, if you're
Yeah.
lucky, when they're melted down, there might be like a tiny piece left in the end.
I called dibs. No. And I already have a bunch of gold at home, so I'm gonna pass out the gold that we have. No.
But yeah, she'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
She's got
Look, Sam's not going to keep the platinum. He really wants to, but he's like, that's worth too much.
right.
That's going to the company.
Oh, DC was okay.
That's
yeah,
much
she
better.
Beat it. She beat it.
Damn.
So she sits there and examines it, and like she's going to take the like it's not a cork, it's like a little glass stopper. Let's take like the glass stopper off the top. As she pauses, it's like, you know what? I think I know what this is. Be very careful, don't spill any of it. She takes the stopper off, kind of smells it for a moment, and really sits there and examines it. And she goes, "Yeah, this is stone salve. Oh, that makes sense, because they were transporting that thing. This is 2 doses. You're supposed to use this to turn a petrified creature back into their normal self. Now, you can also use it on someone who's not, and it gives you the effect of like a stone skin spell, so you're more resistant to weapons. But if you're already made of stone, it will revert that change." She puts the stopper back on. Each of these is 2 doses.
Each of those is 2 doses. Okay.
Each of them. So you have technically 4 doses.
So hold on, because they were transporting anything like a petrified. Didn't you say there was a statue around here too? Right.
Well,
That
in
one
that
actually
room.
has the face.
Yeah.
And she had a face. Like I thought that was one of the conditions, is that it takes the face away. But that one had a face.
Oh,
What if
yeah,
they
oh,
modified
God.
it or something?
They're looking at that mirror. I didn't see my face at all. So, yeah, that's scary shit.
Anywho, well, if we can wait till that area is safe and clear, then maybe we can go check that statue and see if it's not a statue.
I suppose we could. Now, consider though, I mean, if this person's really the captain, they've been like that for 50 years, do we want to just wake them up suddenly, or should we in a more controlled environment?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, outside.
I mean, no, I'm not saying we necessarily wake them up in that room, but if that person is the captain, who better to help get this ship out of here?
That's a fair point.
Sam's nautical knowledge notwithstanding, the rest of us are pretty inexperienced when it comes to sailing.
I mean, I'm not going to refuse the help. I'm pretty sure I could handle it, but, you know.
Sam, you're drunk.
No, you're drunk. You're an asshole.
I couldn't breathe enough to say the pregame lobby line. Oh my god.
You asshole.
People-
You're an asshole. You're drunk. You're an asshole.
This is gonna be the weirdest like callback thing in the world. But if you're watching this and you've never watched pregame lobby, after the stream, go find pregame lobby somewhere. It's a machinima video from when we were in high school. And we watched all of it in an IHOP one time because we didn't have internet at our apartment, and IHOP had free internet. So
Yeah, that'll do it.
Lowell say pencil.
I'll say pencil.
So yeah, you have 2 vials of stony salve. Each of them is 2 doses. So you have 4 doses.
Sick. Awesome. And 6 bars of gold and one chunko platinum.
Yes. There's a lot of money in this safe.
Sam is like rolling it around in his hands.
Now,
Which,
I will
if we
say, if
do
we wake up
revive
the
her-
captain, it's probably her money, and we're not going to be
Yes.
able to just take it. Yeah, there
Yes.
So yeah,
Uh,
you may be robbing her.
you go. Unless you're
But I called
all
dibs.
right- yes. Unless you're all right with lying about where that went.
I
Which
cannot
one of
lie.
us, yeah, I was going to say, one of us I know is not.
I
And
will
morally,
lie.
morally speaking, I don't feel great about it. My point being,
Look, I think this is a fee for unstoning her.
you can bring that up with her when she is among the land of the not stoned people again.
Yeah, just convince her. Like you convinced.
I mean, I'm not giving this fishing rod back, and I'm sure you don't want to give that axe back either. I think technically, if she's the captain, this is her ship, and all the stuff on it is hers. So that's the technicality. I think we have dibs.
I don't know if dibs applies to things that are already owned by other people. Like if I call dibs on your shit, Sam, I don't think that counts.
Well, when I die, you can have it.
She is most certainly not dead.
Just promise me you'll wash it.
I don't want your atrocious shirt.
Oh, how dare you?
I'm sure
I
it's
got
nice.
this on sale.
I'm sure it's a very comfortable shirt. I'm sure you like it. I would not be caught
At a
dead
pawn shop.
wearing that. Are you talking about the shirt you're wearing right now?
No, this is my fishing shirt.
Oh, there you go. I'm saying, for those of you who know Panda as long as I have, he's got a lot of stuff that he got from pawn shops.
Oh,
on
dude, I
sale.
love pawn shops. It's
Yes.
You love pawn shops like your mom loves estate sales.
it's estate sales, but like with good stuff, you know, like stuff people actually want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they pawned it.
Anyway,
So anyway, what do you guys
Oh,
do?
goodness. Stuff.
So I guess we need we could try testing out raising the anchor.
Yeah, that's what I think we should do next. Because I don't know how long it's going to take for that stuff to wear off the water in the basin in the mirror.
Yeah, that sounds like something. Like once we get out of the cave, hopefully get out of this cave with the boat got in here somehow.
It did, yes.
I don't know what kind
Right, it
of
did.
changes this cave may have had in 50 years, but I feel like I need to remind everybody that the ship has been missing for 50 years. So,
You are correct.
and that is an expansive part of time.
Yeah.
How long ago was the Java Keha? Was it 80 years?
60.
60? Okay, like
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
been a while.
yeah. So a lot of things have changed.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, you guys are at fucking war now all of a sudden, so that's gonna be a big difference.
Java Keha, right? That's the
Yeah,
thing
you
that
actually said it right.
Oh, okay.
You did.
I didn't want to do the orc slash the things that I usually mix up.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good.
Avarok and Rakog. I always get those two
Oh,
mixed
right. Yeah, no, you said it right.
up.
So your plan
Alright.
is to wait. You're waiting on the captain until after you've gotten out of this area.
Yes, that's the plan.
That's the thought.
Unless we do feel like we really need her to move the boat. But for
Yeah.
right now, I think the plan is try the anchor, see what we can do, and then maybe go to her if we can't figure anything out.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna try turning the winch and seeing if you can get the anchor to come up.
Eli, did you ever detect magic to see if maybe the chain might be magic? I just want to know if maybe if it's magical, maybe there's like a key word that to help it go up or something dumb. I don't know.
on
There's
the
a lot of
anchor?
magical things on this.
I mean, that would be a really cool thing on Anchor. That means it wouldn't have to actually snag onto something if it was like a spell.
I mean, I'll walk over. I've still got Detect Magic active, so I can just look at the winch and the chain, right? Nothing?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Nope.
Appears to be a regular winch. We're going to just have to, elbow grease this thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Muscles and engineering, right? But
Muscles. Well,
Her
I'm.
name down?
I think I'm getting with the captain.
well,
No. The girl that you ended up going a date on, even though you threatened her family.
Oh yeah. The guardswoman,
Yeah, the
Kalan.
guardswoman.
Kalan. Yes.
Oh, I did write it. I just put weird things around it.
Also, Molly, you're coming in
Something
really
I was trying
quiet.
to say earlier. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
You're coming in really quiet compared to normal.
Audio wise,
I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Is it using
you're
the right
quiet.
microphone?
My video's artifacting really
It
bad.
should be.
Panda's internet sucks.
It's actually better now, but
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it's
Also,
30 minutes.
surprising no one, I really have to pee. So I'm going to be right back.
But anyway, Lamia was trying to say earlier, is like, why don't you just convince the captain, like you convinced Kalan to follow you home?
I was in a bad place.
Exactly.
time?
It was a very bad place, and yet
I mean, I'm talking about like emotionally. This is just a bad place physically.
the captain would be emotionally distraught as well, Sam.
Those were two very different instances, though. It's not like he threatened her family and then immediately asked her out. Like, this is super false
I
equivalency.
agree, but Lamia's like was trying to be like, hey, you have the ability.
Yeah. Also, I'm trying not to date anybody else.
So are we pulling it, Sam?
Are we doing it? Okay, yeah.
I mean, we're the strength people, aren't we?
I don't like putting labels on things, but yeah.
I mean, so I guess my question is, what are you specifically looking? Because you know it's caught, right? Mm-hmm. You already know it's caught. It's already hooked to something, because otherwise the ship would have gone somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. So, what are you looking for to tell you to stop cranking the winch? Because a reaction will be bad. If you feel something happen, it means something bad has already occurred.
I wish we had like a some kind of scale on this so we could know how hard we're pulling.
Yeah, it's not quite modern day enough for that.
yeah, I know.
Like, Lamia's thinking, like, hey, if this is as tough to, like, pull as in the gravity room, that's Lamia's idea of, like, we should stop.
Yeah, none of you have sailing experience, so, but, like, you would know, like, an anchor weighs, like, tons. Like, it is a heavy... This thing is going to have, like, doesn't matter how strong you are, it's going to have resistance. Yeah. So...
The only reason we're going to be able to make any difference is because of this pulley, or the crank system.
So the fact that it's a crank, and so... That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll give you... You're going to get a check, but it's going to be very hard to tell if it's just, is this harder than it should be versus is it just hard? Because it's going to have a lot of resistance, because you're literally pulling up a 2-ton piece of metal out of the water that you know is stuck into something, right?
I'm trying to think of the heaviest thing Sam's lifted. His spirits. No. I think Sam's tried to pull a tree up at some point in his childhood. I bet I can lift that. I can pull that right out. Yeah,
like, there's a difference between something being immovable versus, just heavy. But, I mean, if you've ever had to, like, try to move something and, like, it takes you a minute to tell that you can't move it, that's what I mean. Like, you don't know immediately.
Oh.
There's no immediate sign. Is
the chain all the way out on the pulley? Or on the winch?
No.
Okay. So, Lamia, this is what we should do. We should let out some more of the line. The line, chain, I'm just going to speak. And we give it a couple cranks that way, so we can know, like, how much it takes to, like, it would technically be moving the boat, or moving this chain itself. So we'll get some of the weight that way. That way we can know if we're pushing too far. Does that make sense? To kind of get, like, a scale of, like...
Just to give the chain some slack and, see how the actual weight...
Like, once we tighten bug that slack back up, we know about a baseline of pulling it,
That will help.
So once we get
Whatever
the baseline,
you say, Captain Sam.
We can. Yes. Technically, I'm the first mate, but I think Eli is the captain at the moment. I don't think he adopted that, but he titled me as first mate. So.
And he is the boss.
So how do we let the line out of this? Sam's like messing with a lever on it, or I assume it's like it has teeth, I'm assuming, and it's like a gear type situation,
There's like a couple of pins.
Yeah.
Give me just a quick intelligence check.
Yes. I are intelligent.
It's obviously it's a
14.
pretty simple mechanism, but even simple things can have hidden
I mean,
complexities.
It's like trying to figure out clockwork almost, it's a gear.
Mhm. Yeah, so you can like kind of follow things, but it's like you could miss something. But a 14 is very solid. So you don't really have any trouble figuring how to let out some of the chain. Like, kind of gives it a little bit of slack, and you can kind of hear it like these large links splashing down into the water as it moves a little bit. It's a little jerky, just because.
Oh, did we tell everyone we were doing this?
No, just because it hasn't been moved in a while. But yeah, you definitely give it a decent amount of give. You can tell it's not quite as taut as it was before. And now that you've done that, you realize like that was probably just a good idea in general. Like, even if you do end up having to go down there to try to free this thing, it's probably better that the chain isn't completely at its limit, so that you can do something.
Yeah.
But,
So once we cinch this back up, if we do have to end up going down there and trying to free it, we can let some more out. I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's smart to to do that. Lest it break free with enthusiasm
Exactly.
underwater and the several ton item comes snapping somewhere, Like,
Yep.
I know water resistance is greater than air resistance, but like still.
Yeah, it's a big ass heavy thing.
Okay.
All
right.
So yeah, then you're gonna like pull it back in and then see if you can tell if it'll come up or if it's stuck. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Doing a baseline on that.
So I need 2 strength checks, one for each of you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thankfully, even with Lamia doing most of the work, you do start to, crank this back the other way. You can see like the little bar at the center, like winding up and pulling the chain back up out of the water. You hear a bit of like splashing around and stuff outside, which is not just the chain. It's probably the 8 inks are just noticing the movement and reacting however they're reacting. But in order to get to that point and like figure out whether or not it's actually too stuck to pull up or not, I think I've been trying to figure out what check that would be. And it's really a by feel thing. So Sam, you're in luck. It's going to be a wisdom check for you. I can't actually do a full perception.
Yeah.
But it'll be a wisdom check for you. And then for Lamia, it's going to be a dexterity check.
Okay, that's a bit better than my wisdom, so that'll be fine with me.
It's pretty good rolls. Either of you want to use luck?
I will.
Sam, you should use luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
16. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, this was not an easy check. I did not set those DCs low, just because it's a very difficult thing to do. That wisdom check, I was at DC 15. The dexterity check was at DC 17.
Woohoo!
Yeah, they were high. So, yeah, as you're beginning to pull, like, kind of trying to wind this thing back up, and you can feel as like the resistance sets in. Yeah, Sam, you're getting a bad feeling about it as you're like kind of cranking on this thing. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. You're pretty sure it's not. It even if it could work, you don't think that this is a good risk to take at this point with not knowing how the other chain looks. So I imagine you give like a quick call out over to Lamia, like, hey, let it go. And Lamia, you're like kind of beginning to sort of put your body into it a little bit because you still just are not sure. Like maybe this thing is just really fucking heavy or whatever. Or maybe Sam's not pulling his weight. But,
what?
Right?
No.
You kind of like set your feet. You like even get like one heel against like the inner part of the inside of the hull, and you're about to like push off with your legs. And he's like, "Hey, let it go!" And you manage to stop before you actually like shove this thing a little bit harder and potentially break something, you definitely were going to break the chain. I will just tell you now, that was 100% going to happen.
Oh boy.
Glad I rolled high enough.
But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to go anywhere with just trying to crank it up this way. Unless you can somehow reinforce the chain, it doesn't seem like a good idea.
Mm-hmm. We don't have... I'm looking at spells. Do I have things that modify metal? Probably not. Not really. I have like sun metal.
Food? No.
Yeah.
Right.
And that weighs a lot more than 5 times my caster level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we're. Oh God, I don't want to go down there. Shit. I might have to talk to 8 Inks.
Fun.
Yeah.
Super fun. So excited.
Like, you have that scroll of make whole, but you want to use that when you don't even know if the chain needs to be repaired. Like, you might need that to repair the ship if you fuck up bad enough, right?
Yeah.
Right.
How do the unseen servants work, Eli? Like, it's just specifically for the ship, right? No, it couldn't affect, like, the anchor or anything because it belongs to the ship or anything, could it?
I mean, the unseen servants could crank up the anchor, but if this isn't going to work, they're not going to be able to do any more than that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
How would I even free it? I mean, I guess. I mean, it's stuck in
Right
rock.
now, it's a matter of not knowing what it's actually stuck on.
Yeah.
None of you got eyes on it, so.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Talk
see
to
if
Mama Ink.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I get her attention, and
Maybe
I'll
she
probably
can
have to end
unstick
up.
it.
I'll see if she's willing to give it a nudge, or at least maybe she could tell because she's aquatic how it's stuck, and then we can figure out how to get it unstuck from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So you can run over to the side of the boat and start hooting and hollering.
Yeah, I'll get one of those fish hooks out, and I'll just I don't know, I'll put a piece of cork on it or something. Not cork, something that doesn't float. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know
I mean,
if it has to
you
be
tie the
baited.
cork up above the hook for your bobber, so if anything grabs your hook, then you know.
But as somebody who's tried to, like, just for fun, throw a fish hook in the water, sometimes they just float. The line is buoyant in a way. So,
Right.
like, the line weighs more, or is more buoyant than the hook is heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they,
anyway.
let's see,
Don't-
they actually have tackle. I don't know if they did.
Well, he said hooks. So.
Yeah, they had the hooks. No, they did not. Okay. Yeah.
So when you say tackle, you mean like bobbers and
Yeah.
other yeah.
All the other stuff.
Yeah, a bobber is easy to make. We got wine bottles probably somewhere.
Mhm.
Simply doing that.
Yeah, you find something to weigh it down effectively.
Yeah, piece of
Okay.
lead.
So you're gonna talk through the thing.
Yeah, to get their attention, and then once the mama egg shows up, I'll probably end up casting Speak with Animals to do the normal because it doesn't work both ways.
Yeah. Okay. So you throw a line in. And you just like say, "Hey, mom, I need your help." Like, what do you say?
Oh, great, mother of the 8 Ink. What's a group of 8 Ink called? A problem?
Yes.
A problem of ADEX.
Yeah.
But that's probably not what they call themselves.
Den.
Yeah,
Den,
I would not
over your
imagine.
den of 8 Inks. This is the one that you talked to earlier. I have I request some assistance, please, if you don't mind coming up to the ship for me.
She minds.
about like 2, 3, 4. Well, the 5th minute that you're waiting, yeah, you finally see the large, shaggy head of the mother appear up from the darkness of the water. Fucking eyes just like fix up on you very quickly.
Like,
She raises up partially.
I definitely don't say that. I rolled a 2. Yep. Gotta speak with the hams real quick. Hi. So we got the boat cleared out. We're ahead of schedule. We're ready to get out of here. The only issue is that anchor's pretty stuck. And I'm thinking that somebody's gonna have to go down there and get it unstuck.
Anchor is
Big metal thing on
thing.
chain. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
Have you looked at it?
Yes. He's lodged deep in bed of water beneath stone.
Oh, so it's in rock.
Large slab. Pushed the slab. Buried one of the tunnels.
It's not movable. We couldn't move that slab somehow.
Could, maybe. Does not wish to touch.
No. I just don't think we have a good way of removing it from that slab. Seeing as we're weak little man things, and some of them great and powerful like a Hayethe would surely be able to move that. Like a man thing would play with a piece of feather, you'd be able to move that, doing the whole fucking bit of like, oh god, you're so strong and I'm weak.
You're just so good at
Not
this.
even a lie.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Yep.
Gosh.
Diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, I'll be trained in diplomacy. Okay, so close.
These days.
No, throw a spell
Achoo.
down on that. There
That's
you go.
11.
An 11.
Yeah.
It says, so a response to that is, but you make selves useful, yes?
We I don't want to ask what do you mean. We are there's a contraption to raise that metal up here on the boat.
Mother is not concerned with method.
Mhm. Like we will be hauling it up as that if something or somebody were to move the blockage, we would raise it up and get the accursed thing out of your den.
There's a long silence.
Season.
And her response is, then move it and raise it as agreed. If you cannot, you will not as useful as mother thought.
All right. Well, let us come up with a plan to move that big rock. I'm trying to think. That would involve us probably having to get into this water where your
Yes.
children are.
Yes. Stay close to mother. Children will not bite.
Okay. We will come up with a plan to do that, and I will get back to you shortly.
No response. Just goes right back under.
Fuck.
I don't think it went well. He said fuck everybody.
And I'm stressed out enough that I'm gonna let it.
Okay, so I tried to see if she would help free the anchor. She says that's our problem, and if we don't do it, we're not very useful. And I think unuseful things get eaten around here. So I think useful things get eaten too, but I think they think about it longer. So it's embedded in. There's a rock slab on it.
Okay.
Do we got anything that can handle a big rock? Sam's like trying not to cuss. Like big rock. Like something stone. Give me like a tar bomb doesn't just explode, right? It does. It's like whatever. I couldn't like.
It's just fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could go down there and like whack it, but
Do you
Doesn't
share those
seem like the best idea, to be honest with you, mate.
buoyancy things?
We could
Oh,
buoyancy scroll the rock. Except that it's underwater, and casting spells underwater is basically impossible. Because they require some speaking, and I can't speak underwater.
question. The little can you do the door thing, the zone that you can hide in underwater?
No. It's an open doorway? I mean, I can, I guess, but I can't cast it underwater, right?
Yeah.
So I have to be able
You'd have a lot of trouble
to
there.
touch it, but I can't cast the spell underwater. And then if I do, water would just be rushing in the doorway constantly.
I mean, would it? Because does it allow? I mean,
in theory, it would. I don't know. I've never cast it underwater because I can't cast spells underwater. But it is just an open door.
yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I mean, what if it was like upside down? like a diving bell or something, you know? Do we have a diving bell? That would work really well in this situation.
No, you do not have a
Guys, you know
diving
what
bell.
you know what would be great here? A diving bell. Do we have
Yeah.
do we have one of those?
Do we have a cauldron that we can sink? No, that would be.
Amazing,
You do have a cauldron.
bud. Amazing.
I mean, get in it, float all the way down,
Yeah.
land on the rock, cast it on the rock. Good lord. Okay. So I'm trying to do the creative thinking of outside the box of how to use spells in a
Yeah.
game-breaking way.
But also, buoyancy works on a small or medium creature
Okay.
Yeah.
or,
Not
or
a
object per
Oh,
caster
okay.
level, but small or medium size, right? So it depends on the size of the fucking rock. Is
Yeah.
like if it's like actual large size, then
If it's big enough to keep a massive anchor stuck. I mean, I guess we could, in theory, try to cast it on the anchor as well, depending on the size of the anchor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it also could be that there's like one like man-sized hunk of rock that's hooked in. There's like a bunch of smaller rocks on top of it weighing it down. You don't know yet.
It's true. It's true. She said that as long as we're close to her, her kin won't eat us. Or I think she said bite specifically.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could just swallow us whole, I guess, because that's not biting.
You are technically correct. The most terrifying kind of correct in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't think she was really speaking in riddles, of course.
No. I think they're very direct direct creatures.
Mostly.
Yeah, so any ideas on how to deal with a big ass rock underwater.
Sure, bud.
You
We
would
got-
finally stop glowing, by the way.
Oh,
you're
thank
no longer giving
goodness.
off light.
Got like
Thank
I look up
goodness.
to the ceiling, you know, a couple more hours of daylight.
I mean, look, the only thing I could feasibly do is cast Force Punch, hold it on my hand, and punch the rock and hope I can move it with that. That's like all I've got.
That sounds cool.
I'd have to cast Monkey Fish first, so I could swim well and not have to worry about it enough that I could hold the spell on my hand. Because if I have to like struggle to swim in any way, I'm gonna lose the spell.
Yeah.
So I'd have to do that. We'd have to swim down quickly. I'd have to punch it, hope the boulder goes flying, and if not, we'll have to figure out a new thing. That's what I've got.
When you put on a necklace of adaptation, could you not cast spells then?
I don't know if it allows me to still do verbal components. That's a great question. Let me see what I know about these thingy bobbers, by which I mean I'm going to read the necklace. Because I mean, I'm wearing that still. I never took it off. Like, we had it the whole time, but it's a shell of fresh air, so...
Yeah. Or you,
Learn,
you
breathe,
did to put on the thing that protected you from getting yanked across the country, but
Oh, yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
I swapped it, dude. So, yeah, I guess it gives you a shell of fresh air, which means I could probably cast spells underwater. I haven't tried it.
Yep, you would be able to cast. You wouldn't have an issue with the breathing. You would just have an issue with if there's like a current or something jostling you around. But it doesn't really seem like there's much of one up here. There could be, depending on how hard the 8-inks are swimming around down there, though.
It's true.
There could be a
So
lot
in
of
that case, cast monkey
Just
fish,
breathe.
swim down there, have the breathing necklace on, punch the rock, bing bang boom.
I hate to volunteer for all that, but I don't have a plan besides that.
Well,
Well, I don't have a plan. Let me just say that.
You said it was
Uh,
absolutely a rock, right?
Slab.
Slab. Yeah, she said slab. So unless there's a big old brisket down there, which I don't
No,
think.
If it's another wooden slab, then I could cut through it with our brand new, awesome wood axe. It's not a wood axe, but
I mean,
wood
Nice.
cutting X.
I'm pretty sure wood would be buoyant to a degree. I know, like, some would sink, but
It would
Most
most likely
petrified.
float. Yeah.
yeah. Does the axe work on petrified wood? It's technically a rock.
Petrified would be stone in this case.
Yeah.
We can't
I was
have
curious.
stone.
Sorry, that's just a thought I had, so I wanted to ask just to. Not that we'll run into that situation, but
Right.
So, I could, to give us a little bit of probe time if we want, I could cast my Searching Shadows and have them go down in the water, I think. It's weird. They might not be able to find the rock, but, like, they could at least
Give
give me
you a-
some info about where the anchor is.
yeah, distinct more idea.
if you feel like that's a thing worth doing, I think you should do it.
I mean, it's probably behooves us to do a little bit of prep time prior
Yeah.
to
Just going
swimming down there with gigantic person-eating
Beasts.
monsters.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You know, what do I know?
A lot.
True. In some cases, and very untrue in others.
Sam thinks Eli just knows everything, but like to the degree of like, oh yeah, like I found this weird mushroom. Do you know what it is? Sam, that's your job. Oh yeah. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I forgot. Oh, this one's good.
Oh man, buddy.
So-
Now I gotta move
no,
the spell.
please no. Okay.
Sam, don't
Yeah.
eat random mushrooms.
Oh,
Could be-
going forward that with the plan
Yeah.
of what was the plan?
If that is the plan, so I'm gonna
Let's do Searching Shadows
Searching
first.
Shadows first,
Hmm.
and
And
have
then
the
I'll-
shadows locate where the anchor is in the water, so that way when we go to swim down there, I don't have to look around for it.
This is all good prep time for the action.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I think the last thing we want is to be swimming around in the water, underwater, where it's dark and there might be silt moving around, and me going, "Where is it?"
Yeah.
With a limited amount of time on a spell that allows me to swim well.
It's also been there for 50 years. So
Yeah.
Well, the boat's been here for 50 years. The slab may have been on there in between that time. So
That is true. You makes a good point.
we don't know how recent that's been or how long that's been. So.
Me either, buddy. Me either.
Where the hell is that thing with jig? Characters. Here it is, searching photos. Bloop.
50 years is a weird thing to give like the drinking game on this session because I've said it enough to get somebody drunk.
Yeah.
But not enough to be like, oh god, I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Okay, so you're having it go down first all the way to like the floor, the excuse me, bed of this area.
Yeah, and try and find
Great help.
the anchor specifically. Did I boop it? Yes, I booped it. Okay.
30 feet. Okay.
Yep.
So it takes a little over one round for
Okay.
it to get to the bottom. So it's deep. I think it's
Yeah.
probably 40, 45 feet straight.
Yeah.
Assuming this moves at the same rate underwater, which you think it does, especially because
I've never had to try that before.
it's got to be really dark down there, considering that there's no light doesn't seem to be getting through from above down below because of that film on top of it.
Right.
So yeah, definitely very fucking deep. But you do finally get to where they can sort of tell what's at the bottom there. And you begin searching. Perception check. Cash level plus your charisma is their bonus.
Okay, so D plus we're level 8, 13. Okay. But
I think you guys are 9th, aren't you?
are we? Well, then that's a 17. My bad.
Yeah. 17. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's easily enough then. They find the anchor is down there, and that space almost appeared. There it is.
How real are we treating the diving? Sorry.
Huh?
How real are we?
Like, are you gonna get the
decompression.
bends?
Yeah.
Like-
That's what I was like. That was my first thought. I'm like, because he's gonna be down there for a minute. Because you said 45 feet. I was like, how deep can you dive before you like get decompression sickness? So I googled it, and of course the AI was wrong. So I looked up the actual stuff. Anything greater than 20 feet can be an issue. So
yeah. Having underwater pressure and all that shit is a real thing. Thankfully, one, this isn't the ocean. It's not enough mass and whatnot, so it's not as much water. But also, the necklace of adaptation would negate that. So
okay. Sorry.
that will actually.
Sorry for
No, you're
interrupting.
right, because I was definitely going to
Information
use
to
it.
know.
Yeah, I was curious.
Because it is still deep enough that it could be an issue. It's just
That's-
again,
that
taking
is good to
more
know.
than the 20 feet.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Because the ocean's fucking scary.
Yeah, it definitely is.
That's one of the things that I'm like, nope.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you mean if I go too deep and come back up too fast, I'll die? All right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So
So you know where it is.
cool.
Anything else you're trying to figure out?
I guess I will shift what they're looking for to just be a big chunk of rock. See if they can find like the rock that's on the anchor for me.
I mean, yeah, they don't really need to make a check for that. Like, you definitely can get. There is a there is definitely a pile of something on top of this, just because they can only really communicate the shape and size. You can't really tell if it's like one congruent mass of rock or several piled together, because they've obviously settled enough that it's pretty sedentary at this point.
Makes total sense. Yep.
I know there's like a study of like riverbeds and like, oh, like this is how like silt and rocks and small rocks move across riverbeds. Be interesting to see this. There's a specific study about that with underground rivers or whatever, like cave rivers and stuff, because it doesn't have the natural debris that other things would get.
Right. Well, in that case, I guess we call the mother and we get her to take me down there to smack the thing. I'm not excited about this, by the way. Just putting that out there. If she eats me, I'm cursing all of you.
I mean, that's kind of mean, though, right?
Are we just gonna have him go by himself?
I don't want to fucking go. I know buddy system, but dude.
Yeah, I don't really know what we're gonna do if he does get attacked. I mean, other than
eat
also
me,
get
like eat me instead.
Also get attacked. That is what you will do.
I mean, I guess I could we could cause a diversion to try and draw some of the other 8-inks away, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be focused on that because they're going to know, they're not stupid.
They'll take advantage.
Yeah.
If one attacks, they'll all attack.
Yeah.
You've been told.
You're making me feel so much better.
But they feel they don't want to piss off their mom neither, because I'm pretty sure she's pretty strict. If you want to call it that.
Yeah, Lami, you saw her launch the biggest of them like 40 feet when she was mad at him, so.
Okay, well, I'll go with him. Lami will put on the necklace adaptation, take off her mail so she can swim easier.
How many of those do we got?
You each have one.
We each got one.
Oh.
Unless
I
you
must have missed
decided to
that.
sell it. You
Yeah, we all
Really
got one
silly
for
man.
the cradle
Yeah.
job.
Yep.
Oh,
you
for
would have been able to breathe.
yeah, okay. No, okay, sorry, I forgot about that. that specific one. I didn't sell it. I did eat it though. Cast all food.
Well, it's not.
I want to know what
mundane,
it
so
tastes
doesn't
like.
work. But
Oh my god.
Should I eat a lemon so we can potentially see down there, Eli?
I can see just fine. I can just cast dark vision on both of us.
you can see
Probably be a
further.
bit easier.
Yeah, that'd probably be smart.
And also,
Because
glowing.
when I was down there, it was really hard to see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not bright, that's for sure. So I guess I will do that. I will go ahead and cast dark vision real quick on both of us because that lasts a while anyways.
Sorry, Sam, what were you trying to say?
Sam was gonna. He probably doesn't know this though. That seems like something they would really want to bite.
With something that's glowing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that does sound like a thing that would draw attention, definitely.
Yeah. You're the freaking anglerfish thing, but without the scariness to back it up.
Right.
Are you done with the searching shadows?
Yeah, I'm gonna dispel them, I think.
Okay. While they're doing that, I'll do the fishing rod again to get Mama's attention because it took her a minute last time to show up. So.
So you're just gonna. We don't have to RP it out if you're just gonna let it
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna explain that. Yeah, we got 2 people going down. One of them's gonna try and use some magic to bust away the rock, and the other one's there just to moral support. No,
See if you recover your speak with animals.
oh yeah.
I like the background music. Kind of sounds like it should be in the underwater.
Man,
Don't get me started on them underwater levels. This is just a worse version of that.
Unfortunate. Okay, so yeah, you let her know, and then she kind of just seems to be hovering around, waiting for you guys to get in the water.
All right, go.
Well, hold on. I gotta cast my monkey fish first. Also, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself because you never know.
Wait, you still have mage armor. That's ours.
Yeah, you would.
Oh yeah, from the I
Yeah,
forget
'cause
that
you
the fight was
cast
not
it
that
during-
long ago. I forget
Yeah.
the fight was not that long ago.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's fine. So we both have dark vision. We've both, and I only recovered one of them, right? Yeah, okay. Both have dark vision. We both got our necklaces on.
I guess worst case
I am a
scenario,
monkey fish.
try and
I took my armor off, so I'm a better swimmer.
yeah. I guess worst case scenario, if you get separated, try and climb up the anchor chain. I mean, you know that goes to the boat. So.
I mean, that you make an excellent point. Also, with my monkey fish ability to swim well and climb well, I'm sure I can do that quickly.
Llama, you want the gloves of the ice bear?
I will.
In case you need to climb the chain
Sorry.
rather than swim. Molly.
Sure, go ahead.
Yep. Okay, I can give them to you.
I will jump in the water in a very ungraceful way. You know, they're very much like hold your nose, just jump in. Like, you know, as someone who's not a swimmer in this, you know, I'm not gonna like dive in the water gracefully. I'm just gonna be like cannonball, poof.
Yeah.
They do I have the ability to boop those?
Lamia follows right after Eli. Immediately.
Okay. So you guys dive in into this water. Now,
I'm gonna guess it's very cold.
yes, this water is so fucking cold.
Fun.
And
So
immediately,
fun.
you know, just immediately like fills your like clothes and boots and everything else. You both kept your shoes on, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since
I
I
would
think
think
my
so.
spell doesn't affect. Isn't
Actually, you
affected by-
wouldn't have because it does give you webbed feet and hands.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, I'd
Yeah.
definitely take my shoes
So
off.
you had to
You're
take
right.
yours off.
No shoes for summer.
Then what about Lamia?
She probably wanted to have. Oh no, she would have. She's smart enough to be like, I don't want to be possibly dragged down by
Well, yeah, it's also just harder to swim when you're, like,
with. Yeah.
yeah,
We're
unless you,
wearing
yeah.
shoes.
I posted
So you got
the
the-
description of the ice bear into the chat, so you
Nice.
could see it.
Yeah, they used to be a thing we could just click on and look at.
Yeah, I know they're a thing in
You
the.
can click on the little eye next to him, and we'll post them. Little eye
I've
icon.
got.
If you have them in your items,
Yeah, I have-
That's there.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're cold.
It is very, very, very cold. But at least you've got the necklace of adaptation, so you can
Breathe.
breathe. Even though for a second you think you might not be able to, there's just that like full body shiver. Of, like,
We're
oh!
just so cold.
Yeah, it's a drastic difference from where you just were. Especially having gone in and out of the little captain's quarters where it's like kind of unnaturally comfortable. Yeah, this sucks. Splash in there. And then one of you's got a swim speed. So Eli, you can swim. You can go like 20 feet around for free.
Heck yeah.
Whereas Lamia, this is gonna be a lot harder for you.
Yeah.
Which obviously, Eli, you're gonna be slowing down to match Lamia's pace
Yes.
because you're both swimming with a huge 8-ank next to you. So not only is it very cold, but you immediately kind of get spun around by her initial movement through the water as she kind of swims around you once to like orient herself to be going where you're going. And you can just
Right.
feel the movement of her body creates this very sharp current for a moment. Which thankfully you're close enough to the surface and you have each other and the chain to like orient your direction so you don't get completely turned around right away.
Nice.
But then you start to swim. So, Eli, I'm gonna have you making swim checks. This is specifically mostly to like stay properly close enough to the mother without getting yourself smacked by like her tail or a claw or anything else. Like keep within a safe distance to not get nommed on by the babbies.
Makes sense.
You get a +8 to that check because you have a swim speed.
Bet.
And this is an athletics check, obviously.
Yeah.
For our homebrew. But you get a +8 to this check, Eli. Lamia, you are gonna have also to do a swim check. 1 to swim because you don't have a swim speed. So it's gonna determine how fast you can move, and then a second one to properly keep the correct distance.
There's my check.
Here's the first one.
I got an unnatural 20.
And here's the second one.
Do a luck.
I'm gonna roll luck for the second.
Yeah.
17. So luckily, at first, it's not too difficult, right? You just kind of have to. You got a couple different people to follow. You can see, thankfully. So you just start immediately swimming for all you're worth after Eli. I'll leave that to it. So, and you're like kind of trying to keep near him because he seems to be maneuvering pretty well over there. By the mother, which she is swimming and obviously very well, but not in a way that is particularly careful. Like she's not being like ginger about like staying away from you or anything. Like you kind of just have to adjust because she's swimming the way she naturally would. And she's got big limbs and big claws and a giant, powerful tail. So you're in a bit of danger even just trying to keep close. But with your 60 feet of dark vision, yeah, it's a lot more worrying what isn't near the mother because you're seeing all these other little 8-inks dart in and out of your dark vision. Usually you see 2 or 3 of them at the same time, all getting a little bit close and then like arcing off away from you. They are very obviously just looking for a chance. And Lamia, you drift a little bit too far out at one point and have to like rapidly kick back toward Eli, who I imagine like reaches out and kind of like pulls you a bit closer as you sort of drift off a little bit for a moment. There's like an errant swipe from the mother that like pushed you a little bit too far out. And you can see one of the 8-inks, like these are much smaller. These much younger ones are actually medium size. So, yay, that's less threatening, right? They're only person-sized beaver gators. So anyway, basically a big-ass gator definitely notices you and starts its way towards you before you kind of get pulled back and like kick your way back over towards them. And then it finally, maybe 6 or 7 feet away from you, finally banks and like bails on the attempt. But you continue going. Because you can see so far in the dark, you can actually see down into the bed of this river. And it looks weird. It's not just like dirt and sand and rocks. It's kind of fuzzy. You can tell there's a lot of like moss and other stuff in there. In fact, some of your dark vision is a little spotty, and you actually realize as you're like noticing like the oddities in your vision that some of these are actually bioluminescent. These mosses and things down here are like giving off a little bit of light. Now it's not much, which is why it doesn't even come in as full color in the dark vision. It just looks almost like noise. But there is some. So not only are you in the water, but you are also in like a deep cave. So you're seeing a bit of a mixture of both of those types of life.
Okay.
And that's where you find all the weird shit. So you try not to think too much about what other kind of weird fish or plants or whatever might be down here while you're swimming.
Right.
Lamia's swim check, I think, means you get to move 10 feet that round. If I remember the rule correctly. I'm gonna double check, make sure I'm not wrong here. Thankfully it's calm water for now. Just double checking myself. Oh, that's a full round action, so you get to move to half your speed. Nice. So you actually get to move 15.
Woo!
Which is still a little bit slower than Eli could go, but that's not bad. That's not terrible. So, we're gonna have the second round of checks. Same ones. As you're getting a little bit further away from the boat now, you can feel there is something of a current as you're getting a little bit further under here. You felt some movement just from the boat swaying a bit earlier, but now that you're getting closer down here, you can feel a bit more drag happening. Okay, so there's Lamia's 2. And then just 1 from Eli.
Coming right up. And it was plus 8 or plus
8.
10?
Yeah,
I forget.
plus 8.
Okay. I just couldn't remember if it was 8 or 10.
Okay.
I got the same thing.
That's... Oh my god. Wait, you have a...
Yes,
minus
because
2.
I had that strength damage stuff done to
That's
me. Or
right,
whatever.
yeah, because you were
So,
sick.
Yeah.
You haven't got to rest yet.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yep.
You volunteered for this. But okay.
I did.
So
Who else
keeping
can
a 20.
force punch it?
That's true.
Yeah.
They're keeping the 20?
Yeah, I'll keep the 20.
Okay. So yeah, you guys managed to still stick fairly close to the mother. And avoid all of little Babby's, trying to sneak a bite in here or there. Thankfully, none of them have quite gotten close enough. You may get another 15 feet down. You're almost there. You're pretty sure, one more round of this, you'll actually get to the bottom. And actually get out down here where you can reach the anchor. Let me actually move you guys out here. There we go. There we are. However, there's a bit of a complication as you're getting closer. You can see one of the babbies obviously gets a little bit daring. Kind of right in the blind spot, swoops in, tries to get over near Lamia, near one of your feet, as you're kind of kicking, and so you're shortening your kicks, watching it get closer. But obviously, even if you yell, which you might even do so, no one's going to necessarily be able to hear you super well that isn't adapted to hearing underwater. But, you both will notice it, and clearly the mother notices it, and kind of banks really hard, swoops under both of you and, snaps at them really hard, and her tail swishes really hard the other direction so she can kind of right herself and, chase this thing off. I do need a reflex saves from both of you though to avoid all of that. Make sure you don't get smacked by Mama.
Oops, did I just double click again? No, okay.
I'm gonna roll a love.
Oh, poop. Yeah, me too. Although mine's not gonna be enough probably. I'm 11 now.
So 11. Okay. Lamia, you cleared it pretty easily. You just take way down, just straight down really quickly. Not really paying much attention to what else is around you. Just you have to get away from that fast. And as you're doing so, you can see Eli kind of turns to where you were a second ago, almost to check for a moment as he's still swimming away, but he's a little too slow. He gets clipped by the tail. So Eli, you're going to take some damage.
Yeah.
We have 2. 7 points of damage, and I need another swim check from you, an athletics check.
Okay. Coming right up. 21.
Want to keep that?
So 21.
Yeah.
Keeping the
20s
21.
have been good so far, so I'm definitely keeping the 21.
So you manage to right yourself and swim just out of the way of like her like rear foot claws, like swipe through the water really quick as she's like snapping and thrashing and chasing off this kid that has like immediately whipped around and swims off. But you can see that there's actually a couple others while you guys were panicking. A couple of the other ones were also coming in from the sides at the same time. So she's making a big show to get them to back the fuck off. But you manage to get out of the way of the claws. Thankfully, you don't get sliced up by those at all. And then she eventually will turn and very like gracefully right herself and begin to like kind of looks at each of you for a moment to like make sure you're not missing limbs, and then will slowly continue her dive. And you all attempt to make your final descent here. Go ahead with your athletics checks, please.
All right.
Can I roll a stunt die on the first one?
No such thing.
Luck die. Fuck.
Well,
That's for the first one
roll
specifically.
luck die also and get a total of a 10.
A total of a 10. And then Lamia with 16 and the... which was a 20. Okay. And then a 31.
According to Ellie, Lamia has a reroll.
I have a reroll too.
No, she used hers last time.
Yeah, I haven't had
She
one
hasn't got
in like
any ones.
I
3
have a
sessions.
You did?
She said she gave me one a few minutes ago.
Oh, yep, I missed it. You do have one.
It didn't ding.
I think she doubled up, so I only saw the 6-pack. Wait 1 second. Let me go turn that back off.
Thank you, Ellie.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Honestly, I think Ellie's just helping us because being in the sea is terrifying, and she knows it very well.
I mean, yeah, water can be scary, for sure.
Oh, that was weird. There we go. Okay, now it's added. Okay, and then... so it's 10 for Eli. That's after luck. Alright, cool. So, Lamia, you managed to stick to the mother enough to manage to get your way all the way down. You're not, like, touching the bottom, necessarily, but you're, like, kind of hovering just above it. You've made it to where the anchor is. I will describe what you see in a moment, because, unfortunately, Eli drifts a little bit too far.
Oh no.
Trying to keep himself, obviously, within the same distance away from the mother, and avoid the limbs that he just got clipped by, so he's being a little bit extra careful now, because he knows if that fully smashed into him, that would have hurt a lot worse, and he already like, you know, is gonna probably bruise off that first one. So he's strayed a little bit too far, and is taking a little bit too wide of a berth around her, and as he's trying to descend, kind of goes on the other side of you, maybe just hoping that, like, okay, we're close enough to the bottom that this is probably okay. Not quite. One of the babies does sneak over and take a snap at you. You get a little bit too far out. Let's see. This one's just a babby, so he's not quite as good as the others. Still pretty strong, though. Well, it helps if I roll an 18. So I'm pretty sure a 28 hits.
Yeah, you would be correct.
Okay. And bites, fees. One size down. Strength is 5. It's just its primary, so that means cool. Yeah. That's correct. Okay. Oh, I rolled shit. All right, you take 7 more lethal.
Okay.
But of course, it tries to get a hold of you.
Yep.
Because why wouldn't it at this point? Is way less powerful than the other ones, so there is a chance you don't get grappled.
Well, that's good.
Which is... there it is. Oof. Means they're still pretty damn good at it, though. Ooh. I don't know if that'll do it. Does a 17 hit your CMD?
My CMD is lower than that.
So, okay. So, Eli, you get grappled.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Now, that's all I could do that turn. So, Lami, you make it down there to the anchor. They're like, hell yeah, we made it. You look up and you can see the mother's, like, turning to, like she, like, obviously noticed there's only one of you down there and is, like, turning to look off in the other direction. And you can see, not at the edge of your dark vision, thankfully, but, like, 30 feet away, you can see Eli being, like, pulled and, like, yanked around by one of the medium 8X. And Mother, of course, like, kind of snaps at it a little bit and starts making her way over. I don't know if you have anything you're going to try to do or anything in the meantime.
No, not in comparison to Eli, because hopefully Mama can get to him in time.
Okay, so
you
not,
said
not
you
in
were gonna
comparison to Eli,
describe-
but what else?
You said you were going to describe what was around the anchor or whatever?
I was, but I'm imagining that is taking more of your attention than the smaller details I could get into.
I don't know what I can do to help. I have no ranged weapons or anything.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to describe the small details that I'm going to get into when you have a chance to search all of this. When I'm imagining your boss being eaten is taking some of your attention.
Yeah, that's fair. Is there like a rock I can grab to potentially throw at the 8-ank?
You can grab a rock for sure, but throwing a rock underwater, I don't think it's going to do anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't really go so great.
So, you also know that he's being attacked, and the mother's attention is now on him. So you are probably vulnerable too.
The mother, they're gonna try and bite us. So he's not necessarily.
So you're probably vulnerable too now that he's being attacked.
But yeah, to save yourself. That's what he's asking about.
That's what you're expecting. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that or anything else. Like, I just need to know what you're doing. I'm telling you, throwing a rock underwater is not going to help you.
You could bash something with the rock when it gets
True.
close to.
Or you could swing an axe.
I mean, yes, that would work significantly better, I'm sure, than a rock. But
because I don't think you have a piercing weapon, well, except your dagger. You have a dagger, but
yeah, I have the dagger.
Like slashing and bludgeoning do half underwater unless you have feats that change it.
No, I'll go ahead and swim. After.
Oh, you're gonna try to stick near the mother?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and... yep, never mind. You don't have to roll for it. That's fine. You kind of just pivot and you're like, oh shit, and you stick with her instead of staying down there and fending for yourself for a minute. Cool. Mm-hmm. That's fine. So for Eli, so this 8-ank, it's got you for like a few seconds.
Okay.
It knows it, and you know it. You know the mother gets over here, it's gonna solve the problem, but you're having to square off with this thing. You are grappled. You can take actions if you'd like before it gets its turn.
Okay. I mean, other than just punching it, but that's not necessarily going to help if it's grabbing me, because then it's going to get to tear me away. if I like try and knock it from me. I don't want to do that. Don't know if I want to cast.
Can you try and break the grapple?
I mean, yes, but I'm trying to find something that's useful to do.
You can force punch it.
That's what I just said. I don't want to do that because if
Yeah,
it's grappling me, especially with its teeth, and I force punch it, all that does is go. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't
Or just
sound like
takes you
it'll
with
feel good. Yeah. So, yeah, and I definitely don't want to be farther away. So I'm just trying to see if there's something slightly more useful I can use first before I do just try and break the grapple. Because I think that is what I'm going to end up having to do.
You just try for it. Okay, that's CMB versus CMD.
Ooh, buddy. I don't think I can actually break this.
Well, it's like again, it's just a medium one, so they're not as bad.
No, my
Okay.
CMB is a
Your
2.
CMB is terrible because you have
it's a
strength
2,
damage.
so I
and-
don't think I can break it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's low, but a 14's not bad. Do you keep the 14 or roll luck on it?
Sure. That's a 17.
17. Okay. Alright, so I'm double checking. So with its size lowered, strength minus. Okay, so that means. Oh, yeah, way less hit die. That was the other thing. So it puts it from really fucking high. Number of legs doesn't matter because it's not a trip. It's technically a grapple. From this strength minus the hit dice puts it from 19 less hit dice, less CMB. Puts it 18. I think it's 18. Hold on. I think its CMD is 18 right now.
Sometimes.
Oh, fuck. No, it's not. It charged to get to you.
Right.
So its CMD is lowered by 2, just like its AC. So it's right now, it's 16. Okay, so you break the grapple with your standard. And then I'm assuming, are you going to use your move to swim away? It'll snap at you if you do, but it can't grapple you.
Oh, I don't think I can take getting bit again, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to use my move to do that.
Yeah.
You
You have a
move
flashback
still.
of Sam getting bit, breaking it, going to run, and just getting.
Yeah, seriously, I do have that flashback very strongly in my mind.
Is there like an equivalent of a 5-foot swim since he actually has a swim speed?
He can, yes, since he does have a swim speed. He can 5-foot step.
I
in the water.
am gonna do that. I don't really have anything to do with my move action. Like I don't have anything to take out. I don't have any like stuff. So I'm just gonna 5-foot step essentially.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get something to drink since I'm not
5-foot
doing
step.
anything.
Yeah, you're good. I'm assuming you step towards the mother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
okay.
got it, buddy.
Okay, that is enough. Because if you didn't make any progress away from it, it was definitely going to try to eat you. But since you're closer to
I'm
her
not
now, it
surprised.
just flees.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I need one more set of swims from each of you.
Okay.
Lami, yours is obviously to keep up with Mother because she's gonna circle around him once, and then Eli, yours is that as well. I will tell you it's a bit more important now because now there's blood in the water.
Ugh.
Not sharks, but they can still tell.
Swimming's hard, and rolling dice well is hard. I really don't want to have to use my friggin' fortunate fate die, but I really don't want to have to go through that again.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I guess I'm gonna have to use my fortunate fate die. I cannot accept a 12, and I don't think luck's enough to change my success here.
All right, go for it. I will remove it. Oh,
All
that's
right,
way
there we
better.
go.
Jeez.
That's so much
Hey,
better.
at least it was worth it.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go. So a 23. So you're keeping a 23 this time.
Yeah, I will. I will keep the 23. That is
Okay.
it's fine by me.
All right, you guys make it down to the anchor. Now that neither of you is being consumed, you can see that there is. You can see the slab that was mentioned. It does look like a big piece of stone that's like sticking up, kind of out of the moss and whatever else, flora is down here. That's kind of jutting up, and it's kind of it's like sort of hooked by the anchor. But now I need a perception check from both of you.
Okay, perception check coming right up. Dog water.
Yeah. All right. So Eli, your vision is obscured by your own bleeding. So like try to like figure out, okay, is it my arm? No, it's still blood coming out. Like you're like trying to hold and put pressure on wherever the actual wound is, so that the blood will stop flowing outward. Not just because it hurts and it's dangerous to be bleeding, but so maybe it doesn't attract the babbies as much, because you got to get out of here too.
Yeah.
So you're a little distracted, and you're kind of looking around, kind of look up at Lamia like, ugh. And Lamia, thankfully, now that your boss isn't dying, you're like, all right, cool. If if he's alive enough to make funny faces and be worried about how he looks, then I can pay attention to what's happening. You're able to like kind of look down there, and you know what? Now that you're looking at this slab that's pulled up, there seems like there's almost like a trail. It looks like this piece of rock was dragged quite a way, and you can see that there's a bunch of other material kind of bunched up behind it. You almost get the impression like it was like being pushed, and a lot of things were kind of scooping and piling up behind it until there was enough to stop its momentum. Like maybe the anchor hooked it and like pulled it away until there was enough crap piled up that it actually stopped the boat. And even though you can see this like slab of stone is kind of hooked into it, and you can see there's a bunch of like rocks and things that have piled up, and a bunch of moss and other bullshit has grown on top of it to make it kind of hard to tell where one stone ends and another begins. You do see something that does give you pause. There is something metallic underneath a bunch of these stones that have bunched up. It looks like a it's hard to say. You kind of get a bit closer to it and start trying to examine it, and maybe even like kind of push one of the like pieces of stone as far out of the way as you can. And yeah, there's this large metal disc. You don't see the whole thing. You can only see maybe like half of it, even after you like move some of the stones and like a bunch of moss and like mold spores and shit push into the water around you. But it looks like there was some kind of big metal disc that was down here that this stone like pushed along for a ways, and it like made this giant table of rocks and other things as it like skidded along until it finally came to a rest. But yeah, you don't know for a fact, just obviously there was something else down here that this thing got caught on. Now that metal piece, you don't think there's any way you're going to be able to move that. It's like, it's pretty thick, it's very large, and just being dead weight in here under the water with all this other stuff on top of it, that's not going anywhere. But if buoyancy can move a small or medium object, like what was said earlier, the actual like piece that's hooked under the like that's hooked into one of the tines of the anchor, that could be moved.
So would the best action to be like Eli punching the slab and then the metal part for buoyancy? My mental image is like
The metal part's too big. It's way too big. You can try hitting the stone and seeing if you can just dislodge it from the anchor, or you can maybe cast buoyancy on the stone slab. Of course, be difficult because it's a scroll and be underwater.
I'm underwater.
Yeah, but But those seem like the viable options, or just trying to move the rock.
So I'm
It would
gonna
be
force
tough.
punch it first, right?
Mm.
I think that's the easiest solution if it works. We'll try and force punch it off. If that doesn't work, then maybe we'll try buoyancy. If that doesn't work, then we can try just putting our backs into it.
Is there any way I could communicate, hey, maybe don't do it that way? Or
It's not a bad idea. Some of those details are just because they're clues as to what happened here. But you do know the rock is the thing you should be targeting. You can't move that metal thing. It's too big, and trying to clear it off would take ages. But you can maybe move that. You can either hit the rock and knock it out of the anchor, or if that doesn't work, you can try using buoyancy on it, and then you would still have to try to dislodge it from under the metal, but it would help.
I'm back now. Did Eli die?
No,
did
not
not
yet.
guided.
So
damn.
I am force punching the rock.
Okay. Where's this? Medium. It's medium technically, but it's object. Oh shit! It's creature.
Oh, is it only
Target is
only push
creature
creatures?
touched.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, then I'm just doing force damage to it because this is how we find out. Or trying to do force damage, but not. I'm just going boop.
Yep.
Dang.
It discharges, and there's like a big ass bubble that forms for a second, but it does not move.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will use that scroll and try and cast buoyancy on the rock.
Okay. Now you are underwater, so
Yep.
how are you going to use the scroll underwater?
That is a great question. Here's my plan. The necklace creates a small air bubble. I am literally going to take the scroll, put it in the air bubble, unscrew it, and like hold it in front of my face and try and read it that way. So that way
Just,
it
like,
doesn't
very-
get just so really close and just like moving it across my face in the air bubble.
Okay.
Wasn't the
I will allow it. But go ahead.
wasn't that one also like more water resistant, or was that a different one?
That was the other one, the one that made
Yeah,
things
okay.
water resistant. That
Oh.
if I had thought about this, I would have cast literally on that scroll and then
No.
gone down here.
Yeah.
Do y'all see that? Okay. No. Okay.
Oh god.
I dipped my cookie in my coffee, and then I went to take a bite, and it unmade itself in my hand.
Well, it's on the internet now.
on the internet.
As soon as I was taking a bite, I just got a fistful of cookie.
So I will allow it. I can't give it to you for free like it should be since it's on your list.
Right,
Right. I think I just need a caster level check in this case.
You know, that seems totally fair to me.
I
Hold
don't
on
think
one
use magic
second.
device is the right thing here.
While I fix my caster level, because the reason I said I was level 8 earlier is because when we leveled up, I never changed my caster level.
Meh.
Alright, there we go. Okay, that's a 16. That was almost really good, and then it was not. I'm gonna roll luck on that. That's an 18.
18. Okay. So yeah, you're able to incant the spell underwater with great difficulty and taking much longer than it should. But you managed to do it. And you can see that the runes across the paper kind of ripple with arcane power and just sort of disappear off of the page. And then, the paper is now inert. I mean, it'd be kind of nice to have, but now it's wet.
Yep, that's gross. Yeah.
Just kind of let it float for now. And you target the stone with buoyancy. And you do see it shift. You can actually see a bunch of bubbles come out from underneath it. And like Lami, you obviously see that happen. You can tell that it's definitely looks lighter, like it's kind of moved slightly, but it is still part of it is still under that metal thing. And all those other rocks. So it will need some help getting out from beneath those before it can actually float and get out of the way. The fact that it's buoyant is helping. I mean, it'll be a lot easier to move.
Alright, let's give it a
Okay,
shove.
Yep, push it.
Alright, give me a strength check.
I literally just thought of, hey, we didn't talk about
Are
a
we-
signal so that they can start pulling it up.
Are we both strength checking? I mean,
If
when
you're
we
helping.
climb up the anchor, we'll start pulling it up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you're
I will
helping.
assist. That's what I was gonna say. Is I'll assist. Or
If
try
you're-
and assist.
Yeah,
Like-
go ahead.
Freaking
Come on, big strong boy.
7.
Big strong boy. Oh,
Hey,
he's the
look
strongest.
at that nat 20, baby.
That desperation, it's still only a +2.
I know.
can't
I don't
even give it a
care.
+3.
It's so good. I don't care.
Okay,
Okay, I
so
was
it's-
just like, dude, I'm like, I have a strength of 7. This is gonna suck. And then I was just like, nat 20.
there it is. So that means it's a 24 for you, Lamia. Are you gonna spend any luck on it?
Yeah, may as well, because I want to get the hell out of here.
So 27. Okay. So yeah, you set in. You see Eli's trying to help. He actually has good form for once. You don't know if it's the fact that he got bit earlier and is really terrified, and that's brought out the weightlifter in him or what. But like, he actually does seem to have good form for once. And, like, puts his foot on one of the rocks, and he's just like actually lifting with his body and not just his legs or just his back, no matter how many times you've told him not to. And he seems to be helping this time, like partially just kind of countering the fact that you have to exert some outward force, even though you don't want to push this thing, you want to push it. So the fact that he's on the other side pushing against it means you can get the right trajectory you want. And make no mistake, this rock is heavy. If this thing wasn't buoyant right now, you don't think there's any way you were going to move it by, like, between the two of you, there's no way you were going to be able to move it. Maybe if there was somebody else stronger, or if you had some tools or something to kind of wedge in there and try to loosen it some, then that could work. But yeah, but thankfully it is buoyant, which means two things. One, with a 27 on your strength check, not even a skill check, a strength ability check, you got a 27 total. You absolutely free this medium-sized rock out from beneath that metal plate and all of the other debris, and remove it from the tine of this anchor that was holding it down the whole time. That's the first thing that happens, so success. Second thing that happens is this pretty fucking large rock with lots of mass that is very deep in the water, that is now suddenly buoyant, goes fucking rocketing upwards as soon as it's freed. So I do need reflex saves from both of you.
Alright, yep. Alright, don't suck. Hey, there we go.
Alright, an 18 is pretty solid. A 10 is a number.
Yeah,
10
I
is the number.
Are we keeping it 10?
I don't think a 4 will help.
Okay. So a 10.
Yeah, I'll just keep it.
Okay. So with a 10, unfortunately, yeah, this thing hits you on its way up. And it's not light.
No.
It's going, oh my god, hold on. Medium-sized rock, which is normally 2d6, so it's base plus speed. Okay, yeah, I have the damage. I rolled ass, but so you take 13 points
God.
of lethal bludgeoning damage. Whack! This thing, like, you pulled back at the exact moment you needed to. This thing almost fucking chinned you. But you yank back right at the last second, and it scrapes across, like, the left side of your face, like, knocks your helm partially off.
I
I
don't have it on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you don't have one, so it could have been worse. Like, it scrapes the side of your face, like, you can feel right after, like, the pass of it, because it's rough, too. It's not, like, smooth. You can feel, like, your ear is bleeding, and, like, part of your face is definitely bleeding. But you're still conscious. That's good.
Yeah.
So Sam, up on top of the boat, as you guys are waiting, watching with bated breath, just hoping your friends are okay, so you don't really see anything happening. Water is very still. And then
bet there's,
suddenly
like,
a big ass
catfish in
rock
there.
explodes up out of the surface of the water.
Wow!
Thankfully, it's way over in this space. Just like launches like 20 feet in the air and tumbles a few times. While everybody on deck's like, but thankfully it comes down and lands maybe 5 feet out of the way, nowhere quite near the boat. And there's that like collective sigh of relief, and then like the hell was that?
It looks to be a rock. I think I'm assuming the force punch didn't do that.
That'd be hella interesting if it did.
Because
Like, I was
wait,
like, God,
no,
that's
he
great
got-
news.
It turns
that-
out rocks actually float, and all I did was just dislodge it. I didn't even do shit. No,
no, volcanic rock.
rocks float normally. It's fine.
You just gotta give them attitude adjustment. No,
So that comes fucking launching out of the water. Well, actually, going fast enough, I do need to roll. Oh, damn, yeah. Heading... That is a heading of that direction, so... Down... Okay, yeah, no, it lands in this space. Okay, yeah, you're good. Yeah, that's not even...
I was
that's not
worried
even
for
on track
Roy
to-
there for a second.
Right? That's not even on track to hit a sail, so you're good. But yeah, the rock was freed. And you guys can see now that that's out of the way. And the anchor doesn't like move much, like it shifts slightly. Because it's heavy and it's still kind of like sank down in there, but now it's no longer held down there. But you can see that like metal disc thing kind of settle a little, like it like drops and settles, and you can just see that there's like just dark space under it. I don't know if either of you attempts to like go underneath that and explore it and see if there's anything under there.
I mean, I'd love to, but we have a big 8 ink, and let's get the fuck out of here.
Shit. I
Yeah.
went to click Zoom and I accidentally clicked Steam. So now my Steam's opening.
Eli, you don't explore underneath where the metal disc was?
Sure.
Oh, you do?
Oh, you do? Okay, then I'm going with the boss.
Only one at a
I'm
time, and you're gonna
dangerously
fit under there.
curious, so
Just so you know. So you'll have to follow after him. Or hold his feet and pull it out if something happens.
No!
So yeah, he drops down and starts kind of like wiggling his way underneath there. And you can see even like Mother Ain't kind of like tilts head watching this. Alright, Eli, so you can see in the dark, thankfully. So you start to like wiggle your way beneath there. Give me a perception check.
alrighty. Oop, why did it roll twice? What the heck?
Oh, 19. Better. Much better.
Yeah.
Good. Keeping the
Yeah.
19?
Yeah.
No,
Just
roll
understand
luck.
how it rolled twice.
Yeah, roll luck. Do it.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
fine. We've been
sure?
using a lot of luck. I'd rather save it for things that
so
are life or
much.
death. I'd rather save it for things that are life and death right now.
Okay, so 19. You like wiggle your way under there, and well, first of all, there's a crab under there.
Did you say there's a crab
for a
under
while.
there?
Yeah, there's
Oh
a
yeah.
crab.
Okay. Crab battle.
It
Anyways.
runs away from you because you're a big weird face suddenly entering
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's been
Where
chilling
the crab
this
lives.
whole time.
Right, exactly.
Whatever you are, you don't belong here. So it leaves. You've effectively displaced it from its home. I'm gonna go ahead and change your alignment from.
Yeah.
But no, you get down there, and at first, not much stands out, and you start to feel kind of dumb for doing this until you like turn and look up at like the metal thing itself. Holy shit! It's tarnished. It's definitely got a bunch of gunk and other stuff on it.
Mhm.
That is a coin.
Hmm.
A fucking massive coin.
Oh god, not again.
Reach up and kind of scrape at it a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's silver.
That's wild.
You have no fucking clue how you would actually get that out of here. But yeah, it's a giant ass silver coin. And there's actually some writing on the, like, it's not of a mint that you recognize, but there is some writing on it. Boop your languages again for me.
Yeah, coming right up.
Can I meta a no reason that I want this coin out of the water, but can I meta a way to get it?
Can you meta a way to get it out? Are you saying, can you suggest something? Yeah, you're welcome to.
Lamia does have spider climb with those gauntlets. So in theory, she doesn't actually have to climb something, it's spider climb. It just, right?
It would be your movement speed, but she'd have to be, like, it's gonna weigh a lot.
Okay.
And it's only
it's
one
fucking
round,
huge.
isn't it?
Yeah, for one round, but you got 3 charges of it.
It's just 3 charges in it, so 3 rounds technically. But yeah, it'd be crazy, crazy heavy.
Don't tell Sam.
So, the writing is actually in Kashari. Which is
okay.
Not a thing that you see written very often, especially outside of the
almost.
Caliphate.
Almost ever, yeah.
Yeah, like, even there you wouldn't see it written very often. But
Mm-hmm.
it's even stranger here. And obviously you can't pick up things like dialect and stuff in just the writing out on the edge of it. But you pick up the words, you pick up the word Everspring on the corner that you can see. Obviously there's more of it that's buried that you wouldn't be able to see unless you were actually able to move this damn coin. But yeah, that's there. Ooh, something else shiny. There's gemstone. So you just kind of nestled in some of the rocks over there.
Okay.
You reach over to kind of wiggle that loose. It looks like a tiny ruby. But as you take that one, another one falls out. So you take out your little switchblade, kind of dig in that little spot, and you find 3 other little valuable shinies. You find a small ruby. You find a peridot. And you find what looks like a little slightly cracked geode. And you find this would be a platinum coin that looks to be of Delanshan mint.
Okay. So, crack geo. I can just pocket those. I mean, those are obviously pick up a bull.
They're loose, yeah.
So, yeah, give them to me. I'll
I'm just gonna leave him out here for the crab.
No,
Chase him out of his home.
Yeah, no, he can't have his stuff. I'm robbing him too. Chased him out of his house, and now I'm robbing him.
Hey,
So that
bud, are
alignment
you mugging
change
me?
is accurate.
Classic
Yes.
B&E.
I guess.
Yes. Anyways, I guess exactly. Classic B&E.
That alignment shit, right, Wally? Yeah. So, okay, so you grab that stuff. You don't see anything else down there with your 19.
Okay, I don't know. Let's do this later. And by later, I mean when I'm not in the water.
So you just ask Lamia to pull you out so you don't have to wiggle.
Yeah.
Just like flapping hand. She's like, "Oh, that probably means he's either dead or either way. I should probably get him out of there." So you yank him out.
Yeah, if necessary, I will cast Whisper to be like, pull my legs!
Luckily,
yank
it
him out of
wasn't.
there. He's holding some new shinies. But cool. And you guys are gonna try to climb your way out on the chain.
Did
Yeah.
we just follow Mom back up?
I mean, she can still swim around you. The chain's still underwater.
Yeah, it'll just be way easier than swimming, I think.
Because
Okay, yeah,
if you don't climb the chain, you have to swim all the way around to the raft and stand in the raft and climb up the ropes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's climb.
Yeah. Okay. And then, Eli, you have a climb speed,
I do.
so you're good. You're following a
I'm
linear
good at-
path, so there's no trying to stay in Mom's area, so that's set. So for Lamia, you're just rolling athletics +2.
I'm gonna do at least one round of the spider climb.
Okay.
Let me add a +2.
Oh yeah. So after the spider climb, you're rolling. Okay. And one more.
+2.
spider climb definitely gets you past the other stuff. I'll just tell you, it's an easy climb, right?
Okay.
Like, it is slick, but it's still something that it's not hard to climb. You will also see, of course, the part of the chain that's underwater is somewhat rusted.
Ah.
So it is not like it's not like pitted and like horrible. You can tell some of the parts of it have rusted some. And yeah, it's probably good that you didn't try to just use the winch to free it. That probably would have turned out bad.
50 years, by the way.
Would it be smart to point? Oh, wait, we don't have the make-hole scroll, and you can't normally cast that, right, Eli?
Well, it's on his list, but it takes like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Water. Yeah. Cool. So with those, you guys are able to climb up the chain all the way to the you get to like the entry into the main deck, and you can just crawl in there and then go upstairs, or you can try to climb all the way up the hull onto the upper deck.
I'm gonna do the first one.
Yeah, for Eli it makes sense. He just geckos his way to the top.
Yep,
Anyway.
that's what I was gonna do. Just
All right,
standing on top. You have my my cloak and everything, shakes all my clothes out. Just water on the deck now, standing around me.
Yep. All right, they've made it. You guys have made it back. A little bloodier. Lamia's face looks real scraped. Eli, some of the water he's dripping is red.
Yeah.
But they've made it.
We did indeed.
Got nibbled on, huh?
No, the rock.
Ow.
Eli, what the fuck happened? Excuse
got
my
rock
language,
bottomed.
but what the fuck?
I got bit by an headache. I don't understand what your question is.
No, I mean the plan with pushing the rock with your spell.
Oh, that apparently doesn't work on rocks.
Good to know.
Like you saw, so you would have seen it discharge. Is the thing. You would have seen him like touch it. And there's like it just didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, good. Glad we know.
I go up to Eli and I cast Cure Wounds. Cure Light Wounds. Specifically.
Okay, I will tell you, Lami is the one with the obvious injury, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
like literally like scraped face and bloody.
I missed
ear.
that she also got fucked up.
By the rack.
Yeah, she got hit by the rock, dude. She got rock bottomed.
Oh, yeah.
Hit a people's elbow, dude.
Can I put
Crazy.
it on her instead?
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it
heal
makes
6.
perfect sense to
Yeah.
go for the boss.
I mean,
It's up to him. If you want to switch,
And-
it's
and he-
fine.
yeah, it's on Lamia.
Okay.
It's whoever looks fucked up, basically, and if she looks messed up more, then
Hers is more obvious. Like that,
Yeah.
yeah. Just because it's like on her face. Whereas Eli got his is under his clothes, looks horrible, but you can't see it.
Cure Light Wounds, just touch it on the face.
Mm.
So does your wound feel
Okay.
better? No.
So-
Surprisingly, no.
I can put
The
whiskey
chain-
on it.
Go ahead.
The chain
Sorry.
is a little rusty.
Okay.
So, even though we've kind of freed it, there's still a chance that
What do you? I don't like the word "kind of" in that sentence. Is the rock on it or not?
the rock's not on it. Didn't you not see it? It's right
Yeah,
over there
we
now.
saw rock, but
Like
like,
the rock is over there now.
is there anything else on it? The rock's still floating.
It is.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, it wouldn't be because it's only 3 rounds. It floated
Okay.
for a little bit and then it sank.
I hope it landed on 8.
It actually would have done one of those like it like splashed back in, like bounced up slightly, and then floated for a moment and then sank.
I think if it landed on an 8-ank, Mama Bear would come after us.
Yeah, they're not dumb enough to get crushed by a rock. They're just like,
Hang on a second. I had a character that got crushed by a rock.
Are
Are you calling Scarletto's dumber than an 8-egg? Yeah.
Yes, yes, he is.
Yeah, he didn't check for traps. That's fair.
Hey, Scarletta was the only one that survived that campaign.
Technically,
I'm a head in a jar, thank you.
And Pandora lives on through the church that is named after her now.
Yeah.
Anyway, on this campaign, all right. Well, I mean, was there anything else like hooked on it? And said something about a grate.
Great. What the hell are you talking about?
Like what smacked her in the face? Sorry.
A rock.
Oh, a rock. Sorry, I thought there's a fucking metal thing on it.
There was a metal thing on it, but that didn't smack her in the face.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't
A
said
giant
anything
coin.
about the metal thing
Oh, I
yet.
thought you did. Okay. Or the coin, which is more important.
Eli has not canonically told me that that's a coin. So as far as Lamia is concerned, there was just this heavy metal thing down there.
Yeah, we haven't exactly had time to talk.
All right. Well, should we? There's nothing else like on it specifically, though. It's just like in the ground, underground, underwater.
There was a big metal object, because I'm not entirely sure it's a coin. I know it looked kind of like, but I'm not going to say it because Sam will try and get it underwater. Anyways, and it had words written on it, and I really tried very hard to remember those words, and my brain sucks, so I've already forgotten them.
Wait, it's a coin? I mean, it's
he didn't say
heavy.
coin.
It is no. I said
He
it's
did
a
say
rounded. No, I said I'm
Oh.
not saying that because Sam will go down and get it.
Yeah.
It's a big round metal object. It's got words on it. That's what I said.
Okay, I misheard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He said I'm not gonna say it's a coin.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
Look, if Sam can get a gold, silver, and somewhere out there's probably a copper one, to complete his giant coin collection.
Anyway, whatever it is, it's really heavy. There's no way in hell to move it.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's not on the anchor, we should be fine. Sorry, I just realized my hair's like out the side.
Oh, that
Uh,
appear to be.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
It doesn't appear to be.
Appear to be. I thought you said, oh, it's time to POV. I'm like,
Yes,
I was
that's what I said.
what is...
And the most confusing thing you could have guessed me saying ever.
Yeah, you understand why I was confused?
Suddenly our stream is just from Dave's perspective, looking at his own screen.
Whoa!
You're really trippy.
Does the mirror effect where he sees into a screen, which sees into a screen, which sees into a screen. I guess we should try hoisting it up again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
think so.
give it a
I
crank.
gotta open a whole new can.
Give it a crank. Oh, did we get hydrated?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I've
literally
got
just
beverage.
finished my drink.
But I shouldn't
I'd have to go
thrown,
downstairs to get another water bottle.
I'll take
So I'm
two
sorry
drinks.
to not so.
Oh,
so Are you?
okay.
We know about like how much it was tensed up last time, so maybe we could figure it out this time, Lamia.
Maybe if I'm lucky, I have a leftover water bottle. Sorry. Natsu said you bet.
Well, you got a water skin somewhere. If you need to hydrate before we lift this, that's fine.
So is the plan to go for the winch again?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not really under duress or anything at the moment, so I'm not gonna make you roll checks. If it was like a matter of how fast can you do it, I'd make you roll strength checks, but since it's not, you just take some
Does
time.
Does it start to actually give though when we crank it?
It does give. It does actually come up this time.
No.
You definitely feel some resistance. This is not an easy thing to do, and you know, obviously this fucking winch probably hasn't been oiled in 50 years at least. So
Crank again.
it's a little rough going, but you can tell it's coming up, and thankfully it is thankfully well made, and the chain is well made enough that like you start to get it to come up. And then you have to call some like third person over there to like pull the latch to push the pins and stuff into it, so that because both of you have both of your hands occupied to actually stop it as you finally get the fucking.
Hattie would be the one to call. She's also able
Yeah.
to take over for one of us if one of us slips or something.
Right. But yeah, you finally get the thing, the anchor actually hoisted all the way up. So yeah. Which, oh, you know what's funny? Hold on.
We did it.
I found for the anchors on the wrong side. It's annoying.
What?
The anchor.
Oh. It's like
that's
under
what you
the
mean.
boat, and like we had to.
Yeah, I don't like it. Anyway,
Yeah, it's fine. That's the ladder to
that
get
was-
up.
I think
That's
I
a metal
chose
ladder.
when I was making the map. Yeah, we'll say it's a ladder. So cool. But you do finally manage to weigh anchor, and you can feel that the swaying of the boat has become a bit more intense than it was before.
All right. Oof.
Yeah.
Are we
I
gonna
guess-
de-stone?
I'm
lady?
gonna.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
I'm sorry. I forgot. Hey, Lamia and Eli, you both take 5 points of acid damage.
Gross.
Yeah. Having to go through the acidic layer a couple of different times. Yeah.
Fun.
It would have been more, but I counted the adaptation thing as helping you, so just once.
That helps.
But thankfully now you're up there, and I imagine maybe Lamia said something at some point. It's just like it kind of burns, and people are like, "Oh shit!" and dump regular water on you. And then Eli's clothes shed it, so he's okay.
Look, we're not out of the cave yet, and
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, do we want to go get the potential captain, or are you gonna set sail?
I
First mate
thought
Sam.
we agreed to wake her up if one we couldn't figure out how to get out of here, or like once we were out. That way, it's a easier situation.
Yep, that's the plan as far as I know. So we try and set sail, and if we struggle or have another problem, then we might wake her up.
Okay. How are we going to sail with no wind?
I am going to. Sam will go up to the big steering wheel, the
Uh-huh.
the helm. Yes. Thank you. He will sit on it. No,
Jeez.
no, because it looks like he's on it. And he knows that like the crew are not really visible.
Mhm.
But
The unseen servants.
I'm assuming we're facing the correct direction.
No.
No. Okay.
You're not.
Well, he will.
You're facing a wall.
Yeah.
A rock
Zoom out.
and a wall.
Okay. Sounds a little different. But now knowing that we're facing the wall, I think we knew that already. I just forgot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull out the fishing rod because it's the only way he has to speak with animals. And he will. And hey, we got the anchor up. Oh gracious, oh fearsome mama, 8 ink. We're not facing the correct direction. Do you think you could like orient us and maybe give us a little push out of here? That way we can get this whole accursed thing out of your den once and for all.
Give you another diplomacy check.
Yep. I'm glad you let me re-roll. Or roll another one, that is.
It's a different request.
Yep.
You haven't done anything to piss her off.
Not recently. 8.
Boy, oh boy. Wow.
Can you take my reroll?
Nope.
You don't get to deny my taking
I
my
can't.
role.
She's elected.
No, you can't.
The fortunate
sir,
fate speaks. There are none
Alright.
remaining.
Yeah,
Alright.
use them all.
I was gonna roll over. Do
I
it.
really should not.
Do it. Do it. Roll over. Ah,
Roll a luck die too, please.
It
Yeah,
would
we're
be
using
one.
the fortunate fate. We might as well use the luck die for sure.
18. Also, what if she likes me now, like, more? I've had so many interactions with her. We're building that rapport.
You guys are just
Oh, no.
gonna get along.
okay. So you,
Oh,
you make that request. Do you just like leave the line in the water, or do you eventually you just pull it
Oh.
up and then shrug at everybody
Oh.
like maybe?
I don't know if she can talk back. I don't think it works like that.
Nope.
So, oh, yeah. I did say I don't think I can understand you, but yeah.
Okay. So you deliver that request, and then you just wait.
Yeah, I guess. Well, if we might hold on to something, we might be jolted if she decides to move us. If not, I guess we could go wake up the captain and see if they have an idea how to operate this. I mean, how to turn this around. I know how to operate a ship.
Oh, hey, you feel movement.
Hey.
Holy shit!
She's climbing on board. Oh,
Please no.
oh no!
The ship begins to move, and it quickly becomes apparent that I mean, like obviously you guys don't really know how to maneuver a ship. Neither does she. So, all right, let's roll a quick. What, bud?
Food.
What? You go potty? You need to go potty? He does. Let's
We're a little
wrap this.
over.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it.
We'll figure out how she pushes this, and then
Oh yeah. Well, I kind of have an idea. I'm gonna at least get this first one did. That would be. I mean, she knows what direction you want to go. So that means if it's turning this way, then the rear is gonna sway out. Okay. So that means you're like that when she stops pushing. I can't move the ship, so I'm moving the rock.
yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
And also, hold on, because I don't have a wall that I can just drop in here, so I'm gonna just draw it. Okay, ready? You ready to see how close you are to the wall?
You can't see that.
I know. You'll see it in a second.
Oh.
I have to finish drawing it first. Okay, I think it finished.
I don't like the stream because it's in darkness.
Yeah, move people's. Oh, you can kind of see it. Oh yeah, I guess these would have moved too. Hold on. Ah. Okay, so that giant black jagged stuff, that's wall. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So yeah. So
So we
unfortunately,
still need a turn.
you are turning, but there's still some wall in the way. And you're in a position where if you don't turn pretty precisely, you're definitely gonna hit the big ass rock.
See, I'm gonna start cutting the wheel. I don't know if it'll help, but
So yeah. So go ahead and drop a to be for your knowledge nature. It's knowledge nature.
no.
which is the secondary.
Ooh, okay.
Or shouldn't probably, because of what you're... No, it doesn't make... Nah, this is fine. So yeah, you give that a go. And then I think from there will be wisdom checks. You start cutting the wheel, trying to see if you can navigate past this fucking rock. I will tell you, you have succeeded at the first check for this, and I'll have this rearranged again to show the appropriate positionings by next time. I don't want my dog to pee on anything, so we're gonna go to the exit screen.
Exit screen, yeah.
That's
Oh,
a
God dang
good
it.
idea.
Hold on, now I gotta fix the damn thing because
Oh
it
my
didn't
goodness, yeah.
do. Hold on. The exit screen is incorrect. Give me a second. Don't worry. You can do the plugs. I'll fix it. It'll be seen.
Okay, well, while he's doing that, we'll do the pluggity plugs, which is that we post the replays of the stream every single Monday on the YouTubes. If you are on YouTube watching this, we stream on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so come hang out with us on the stream. It is a lot of fun being here live. You can always join our Discord. We have links in descriptions or bios, depending. It's a lot of fun. It's a great community. You can talk about lots of things, like how we were rambling on about Pokemon earlier. I will ramble on about basically anything that is nerdy and ridiculous, and love it. And then, of course, we have social media places where you should interact with us and also do all of the liking and subscribing and all of those things for all of the stuff. I'm bad at these kinds of plugs. And then we have our Patreon, which you can join right now for the low price of at least $1. You can always give us more because we like it when you give us more. It helps us keep the internet on. And there is new content all the time. I have been doing a series of podcasts called Tabletop Tours, where I take you through various different things of how to play or learning about different tabletop games. I just rolled my wheel of many games today and got Bushido. And if you don't know what Bushido is, it's a tabletop skirmish game set in a fictional Edo era Japan. I believe it's Edo era, with demons and samurais and stuff like that. And it's a pretty cool looking game, and I'm going to talk about that for the next podcast. The last one was on getting into competitive Magic the Gathering. So there's that. At the beginning of the stream, Keegan plugged it, but he's going to be on Lost Initiative tomorrow. And you should go there and say hi to Dale, Rick, and the crew because it's a lot of fun.